What's up, everybody? It's time for Sipping Key with Busy and Joleen. Put your blow Joes in the chat. For us, we are excited to be here today. Right now, I requested, it was required, that Joleen fix something really quickly before she got up in here. So, she is not here yet, but she will be here in a second. While we wait for her, I want to say good evening, good afternoon. How are you? Como se dice, what's up, bish? To everyone on this lazy Saturday night. Okay, y'all, let's have some fun. Remember, Sipping Key is a show with Busy Blue. That's me and Joleen Lunzer, my co-host. Where we talk about random-ish that interest us. We both live on opposite sides of the world, and we're getting to know each other every day and what each other likes. And we realize that it's never the same. So while we wait for Joleen to get into the chat, I do want to say and start off with the fact that we are still growing this new channel. We want to thank everyone who has already subscribed. It means the world to us. We're almost at 600 subscribers, and we only have 2 videos. We have over 4,000 watch hours, and it's just awesome.
Oh my God, you got sound effects?
Stop, guys, stop. No, please sit down. Everyone sit down.
Stop. Next, you're going to be sending money to our Venmo and our Cash App. It's just like, stop.
So thank you all so much for subscribing. Make sure that you push this out. There was one of my favorite comments. I think, Joleen, you sent it to me, where someone was like, I don't know what I got to do. Okay, I'm going to sit. I don't even have social media, but I get it to promote this channel.
Right?
So thank you all so much. Your support means everything to us. We wouldn't be here still doing this on at least on the computer. If it wasn't for you all. You about to sage the place, girl? What's going on? For those who are listening to the podcast, she's lighting a candle.
I'm lighting a candle. Or did you tell them we're going to now be a podcast?
Yeah, I told them that we're going to try to open this up on different channels and different networks. So the format of how we communicate with y'all may be different, because I have to explain that Joleen right now is looking like the original Charmed and lighting a candle.
It's the VPN. Every time,
because
I have this damn VPN for BB Can, and now every time then I restart my computer, turn the VPN off, like make sure it's turned off again, and it screws up. I look like some of these people on YouTube I do not want to look like, and it is not good.
Chopped and screwed and frozen. And you know, I used to tell Tay Bay all the time, I can't be up on here reading people, and then I'm stuck. I can't be up on here reading. And y'all remember, my internet wouldn't go out, but my sound and lights and everything would. So you'd be like, oh, Busy, we can't hear you. And I'm talking to y'all, and I used to get frustrated. So it is the read. Haru said, congratulations. I'm assuming you're talking about the podcast. Yeah, well, one, maybe about the subscribers. We're trying to get to 1,000 at least by the end of the month. If we can make it to 1,000 by the end of the month, you all, it's up. It's just uphill from there. We want to we are rebranding and putting this on a different channel. We're going to be using our social media a little bit more, or a lot more. So you'll start to see some things here and there. Y'all rock with us. Come with us. Y'all know us. We're really, really excited about it. I'm excited about the podcast, us, and what that looks like. And we're excited about what this new show just looks like.
I think we should talk about cults.
I think we should talk about cults. I think we should talk about cults. There's a lot. I think we should talk about
because I'm getting so into Twin Flame, and from what we've seen on YouTube and what we used to cover, a lot of cultish behavior. So I think we should talk. I think we should cover like cult stuff, whether it's like anything kind of trending within that, whether it's MLM stuff. Let us know what you guys think, but kind of, because we're both really interested in like the crime and that, but you know, everyone's doing murder, you know,
serial killers specifically for me, serial killers specifically.
Yes, you're serial killer specific, but I'm open to all kinds of killers. But I think this group think and this group mentality that kind of, you know, I don't know, just this, you know, online craziness, like the True Flame or Twin Flame. I keep saying True Flame. Sorry. The podcast that we will talk about a little bit tonight that we got really into, I got busy into, was Twin Flame. And that was based off of YouTubers who took this idea of a twin flame and turned it into a profitable cult that they could run. And they got these people to do crazy things. And from what we're coming from, covering all about the T, Cheryl, JY, all that craziness, some of that and those followers, you know,
very culty.
So I think give it, you know, the blow, and maybe we'll call our blowjos will be the blowjo cult, like Jamie B is saying. I think that could be very, very interesting. And we know how to make things funny because that's what we do. That's like all we do is be messy and funny. So I'm trying to shut down my.
We will not be a blowjo cult because you'll have to depend on someone to help drive this thing, and we don't got the time. You cannot take me seriously.
But I think if we're like the anti-cult, you know what I mean? Like more like we're spoofing it. We're spoofing the cult.
We can be the anti-cult cult.
The anti-cult cult. Okay. Oh my God.
We're across the street from the other people who aren't the cult, and we're the cult across from the cult. Okay.
Mikey,
it was good. I finished it in one day.
Yeah, Mikey finished in one day. And Mikey, was it you who tweeted at me that said you got me into some stuff, Joleen? This is something else. So
Care Bear, guard your heart, okay, and your brain cells, and because she told me about it, I'll never remember. I was at a Shell gas station trying to get off the phone because I wanted to pump gas. I was like, okay, Joleen, I'll listen to it. I got stuck in traffic, and I got all the way up to episode 3 because in DC, that's how you can get stuck in traffic for that long. And I was like, grudge. I'm texting her in the car. This is, oh my God, what's going on? She thought I was talking about somebody on YouTube. Wait, what's going on? Who did what? God, this podcast, it's crazy.
I like how you do my white lady voice. What's going on? What is the matter? What is happening? Okay, so the idea of this twin flame is basically you have only one twin flame in this world, okay? One soul that can bring you back to your true authentic self. One soul who truly loves every part of you, even your butthole. You are eternally connected, and unlike other connections, it's the only love that can never be eroded by time or difficulties. So these two YouTubers, what were their names again? I gotta look it up again. Let's see, Twin Flame, Flame Cult. Okay, so these two YouTubers who were basically, you know, subjective opinion losers, they decided to jump on YouTube and be like, hey, let me show you. Is this a picture of them? So they have this Twin Flames universe that they created, right? And no offenses, Jeff and Shalia.
You're not showing it, you know.
I know. I gotta jump back over. I got too many screens open. Grandma's got too many screens open, guys. Okay, so basically, this is gonna make you want to listen to. It's only 6 episodes. I believe they've all dropped now. All right, let me pop this. All dropped. They make it drop. Okay. So, did I do it? Okay, I did it.
This is what they look like?
Okay, so that, I know, right? So this
I never looked them up.
I didn't either. This is my first time. And they're still on YouTube doing stuff so you can catch it. So basically.
And on the podcast, we're just looking at photos from Daily Mail right now. So you can go to Daily Mail. We'll make sure that we put those in the notes or something. I don't know how a podcast works.
Yes. So dailymail.com, if you just look up the Twin Flame universe. So these two lovelies, Jeff and Shalia Ian or I don't know, Aryan Nation, who live in Michigan, are the founders of Twin Flame Universe, which offers online tutorials, workshops, and therapy sessions designed to lead people to their so-called twin flame. They have faced accusations of running a cult-like organization. And the more you listen to this podcast, you will see the things that they were able to kind of encourage. Well, I don't want to say make, but heavily encourage their followers of this to do, because they were getting money from them, because there was people who were lonely and they're like, I want some love, I want some D, I want some V, I want some DV. No, not DV, because that's an acronym for something bad, but you know what I'm saying. They want some love. They want some love in the club, you know?
Right.
So they're like, I'm going to enter. I haven't found anyone. they didn't want to go to Tinder. They didn't want to go to Bumble. They didn't want to go to plenty of, fish where everyone has the intercourse. Yeah.
Where Drake is on.
So they were like, let's start this. So this guy who they interview his friends. He's originally from Michigan. He went off. He was kind of hippy dippy-ish. And then
he looks like a hipster.
He does look like a hipster. He's got like the beard. It's probably got, Cheetos in it. And then she's just like, got crystals in her vagina, I'm sure. And so they created this thing where they charged people these online courses because they were each other's twin flame and how you can find yours. And these people were so lonely and desperate. And we've seen that on the internet. YouTube has whole communities of people who don't talk to anyone in the outside world that, and I think the pandemic created a lot of that for us. Where now, Busy and I became besties for the resties online during the pandemic. We knew each other before, but we really doubled down on our friendship and became obsessed with each other after or during the pandemic. So I get it, but it is insane the people that will take advantage of these lonely people. And because everybody just wants to be loved. Everyone just wants to find their person. We're told since the time we're born in every damn Disney movie, you got a person, You
do.
So they took advantage of that. And this podcast takes you on this wild ride where these two hippie hipsters made a bunch of money. It's not the same people. Look at it.
On what day? On what day? Because they don't look the same. Okay, I guess.
Well, I mean, the pandemic was rough on us all. I don't look the same either. Oh, my poor husband. You probably hear him coughing up a lung out there. He's got the COVID. He's recovering.
Hey, can you give me a mask?
For real. I saw you kiss Tay the Bay, and I'm like, I haven't kissed Chal in like a week because we've been trying to I just hug him right after his shower and I just hold on to him like this, my twin flame, my husband Chal. But he's got such bad symptoms, and I'm pretty sure I'm just asymptomatic COVID, but he, works in the medical field, so he got tested, and I
can you have me one of those, please? And he's just in the background. It's just I'm feeling very,
Jamie B said, Chal, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, I just heard you coughing.
Okay.
Busy put a mask on for you because he's worried.
Hey, Chal, love you very much. You're one of my faves.
He said, "Hey, Chal, love you very much. You're one of my faves."
He's not gonna try to catch it from you, not me.
No, he doesn't want to catch it from you because we heard your poor cough. So these are the two individuals, and here it says Jeff and Shalia vehemently deny any allegations of wrongdoing and claim the attacks are part of a conspiracy theory to destroy Twin Flame Universe. Above, a grab of a recent video denouncing the attack. So they're still on YouTube.
Not denouncing the attacks, my God.
They're denouncing these two. But I mean, they just, one time they were staying with a friend and they just ate hot dogs all the time because they said
I remember you told me
what their body was calling for.
Nope, that's the diet of a broke person. Right now, I'm only looking at hot dogs too. It's too much money to put gas in my car and to go to the store. It's looking like a hot dogs for me. That's what my body wants as well.
So definitely check it out, you guys, because we will be talking about it a little bit. I mean, you finished all the episodes, right, Biz?
I have not. I'm too behind. So the last one you talked to me about, I have not listened to yet, and then I got to listen to the one after that. So no, I have not. No spoilers.
Okay, so no spoilers. We'll wait. We'll give you guys a week to catch up, right? And we'll get Busy time to catch up, and then next week we'll kind of go over all the shit with this because it is a crazy ride. And they talk to some of the ex-Twin Flame Universe people who were involved in it. They got people to do all the free work. They got people to do everything. And it's just so similar to how we've seen these people act when they really stand someone on YouTube.
Oh, let's get into it. Wait, do you want to do a
we gotta do attendance call.
Yeah,
let's do that.
Thirsty.
Okay, and I'm going blurry again, so I'm gonna change over and we will do. Sorry, I'm gonna fix this attendance call video, but we're trying to transfer everything over to our new thing. So let me see. Oh, I gotta add it still. It didn't add. Oh, come on.
Well, while she's uploading that, y'all, let us know what you're sipping on, where you're. Well, no, actually, while she's adding that, we have a special. Babe, can you put the discount code in the chat for me? We are ramping back up sipandkey.com. As you all know, that is the website that we have, and we've had it for a very, very, very long time. I'm gonna show it here. Where you can get all merch. You can sign up to be a member. And you'll start receiving emails from us extremely soon. Tater Bay is itching to sing y'all something in your spam inboxes.
You know if Twin Flame is it? It's on Apple Podcasts. That's where I listen to it on my podcast app. But is it on Spotify?
I have no idea. If Joe Rogan's on it, I'm sure that Twin Flame can be there.
Okay, so check Apple because I know Care Bear's asking in the chat. Okay, so let's do an attendance call. Like Busy said, let us know where you're watching from and what you're sipping on. Attendance call, attendance call. Let me know what kind of meat you're chewing on. Is it rare? Is it medium rare? Or is it well done just like my tea? Just kidding, it's stale and only I get paid. So that's the old shortened version. Apologies, we'll get the better version rocking. I am sipping on our unofficial official sponsor, Michael Bublé. Busy, I found a new kind I like, and I don't know if you've had it. It's the coconut pineapple bubbly.
Hated it.
Take it back.
Yeah, I don't like. I did. I took right back to the store. I said, and someone's going to refund me for this. I'm not a fan of coconut. I had the same box that was given to me for at least 8 months. And you remember I have this rolling thing in my fridge, the soda roller, and I just kept those in there. And sometimes I'll drink one and I'll just muster up the courage to do it. And then other times I'll just add more sodas. I'll look at the ones in there and say, nope, we're out of bubblies. Let me add some more. So for about 7-8 months, they were just in there.
Oh my gosh. Well, normally I don't like coconut water. I think tastes like barf, but Chell loves it. But this with the pineapple is so good. So let's get a little ASMR opening the coconut pineapple bubbly that Busy loves.
Is it flat?
Oh no, it's not flat. It's just it's as flat as my chest.
All right, so I have two. It is. I have two, and you are. I think I'm going to do the bubbly bounce first, and I have a blood orange grapefruit. Oh, y'all, look at the condensation. Yes.
Well, look at the dryness. Yes, ooh, it's so dry.
Yes.
Dry is my personality. Sorry.
All right, let me get in here, y'all.
Ooh. That gave me the tingles.
Yes, gave you the tingles. And if you want to sip with us, we have a new glass on our website. And you know what Joleen always says? Ooh, that's crispy. Yeah. This is the new glass that we have on the Sip and Key website. So right now it's limited edition because it costs a lot of money to send glass. So we could not get these glasses for any cheaper than what we have right now. So we're only going to do
$25 for one glass. But listen, it's limited edition.
It's limited edition.
Does suck, but they're worth it
because it's fragile. They have to put insurance and stuff on it. And we tried, we looked, and it was just like this is all we can do. So I say get your glass. It has their Sip and Key logo on it.
Oh, we're so cute.
It looks really nice. Yeah, it looks really nice.
Did Tay the Bay design that?
He sure did. He designs all of our merch.
I didn't even get the approval, but I approve. That looks good, Tay. I always trust Tay. I feel like I don't even have to.
Me too. I was doing the approval thing at one point. Then I was like, can you just do it? Yeah, I got annoyed.
Well, just do it, and then if we don't like it, then we'll just take it down. But that looks really good, Tay. Thank you so much.
And if you want it, the promo code that is available for 1 week to take $5 off is clickbait. All caps, clickbait, and you get $5 off of your bubbly glass, of your the crispy glass.
$5 off crispy glass. Someone left a comment on one of my videos that I did with Nana on YouTube last night, and she said Joleen likes to sing ... a lot.
She does. She does.
It made me laugh out loud.
Off key.
I can't sing. I don't know how to sing on key. But it made me laugh because I'm like, I don't think she likes it. This lady likes it.
Oh no! Oh, well, she's here and she's commenting. But y'all, tell us what you're sipping on. Bubbly, also known as. Oh, here we go. Never mind. I definitely picked the wrong one. Missy Thomas said Diet Pepsi in New York. We have Hollywood and nice crispy cold Coca-Cola. Yes.
Oh my God. Jay Esco, I better see you at the Hollywood Improv on April 11th. Me and Nana will be there.
Are you excited about that?
Well,
so
that's
do you
my
already have your
show.
set? Wait,
no,
sorry.
So I'm doing. Okay, go ahead.
I was talking about the one with Up and Adam.
Up and Adam.
Already had... Oh my God, girl! I went to a concert the other day, and the people who was opening up the show, who really wasn't that talented, they even had a table in the front selling shirts. You can have a table in the front selling shirts.
But why would I want to put that out there Adam's event? You keep saying that, but I'm not.
It's a large audience, and if you're also gonna be there on the stage, it will be a chance where you'd be like, well, if y'all liked my show, y'all like some of my jokes, you can get a shirt out in the bag.
It's old school comedy rules. I mean, I can always ask, but I don't really want to. But the headliner sells the merch. The people who are supporting cast are there to be a part of it.
I only asked because JoJo had everybody else. They all had a merch table. For
sure. And JoJo made I'm sure Adam would be like, you can for sure, but I don't want to. I just want that. This is their first show in LA. This isn't about me. This is like, shout out to Zach and Up and Adam. It's their thing and that's awesome. But Busy's always looking out for me, how I can make money, how I can get that bag. And I appreciate it. But no, that's April 7th. The tickets are sold out, but we will be there too. So if you have your tickets, awesome. But then April 11th, me and Nana will be back in Hollywood at the Hollywood Improv for the Mermaid Comedy Hour. So, yeah. But no, I don't have. Mouth? She does now.
That's my back and forth because isn't she going straight home after the?
Oh no, she's going to be here for like 2 weeks, hanging out, going live with me.
Are they getting a divorce? Because it seems like she always with you at this point.
No, my dad's going to be here too. He's coming. You can meet him. Yes, everyone can meet. Chel's going to be there. Like if you're at Up and Adam and Zach's show, you'll meet my whole fam.
But not at a table. You have to interrupt them in the crowd because they don't want to have a table.
We don't want to have a merch table.
They said that we're support. So how does this work? Do you already have everything written? I don't know.
I have no idea. Well, I have no idea what set I'm going to do for Adam's and Zach's show. I have no idea. So I got to figure that out. My mermaid show, I just kind of have fun with it. And I do use that time to try a lot of new material unless I'm recording something to submit somewhere. So yeah, no, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was wondering if I should lean more toward like TV Bravo type jokes, but then I'd have to write those. Okay. Because I don't really write Bravo jokes, but it might be kind of fun. But then I'd be using that show to test it. So I think I'll just have fun, maybe play a little bit with the audience. We're gonna have like a pre-show meeting with everyone who's performing on it, and so I'll know the format and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just there to open and get people to laugh before they go live, and then I think me and Nana might be included in a segment later, so it'll be fun.
I am excited for this.
Yeah,
I should come.
There's still time. You and Tay the Bay can get on a plane.
Yeah, you're kind of all the way across the United States, and you said it was sold out.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure you could sneak. I don't know. It's not my show. No, that's the thing.
I'll get arrested immediately. I went back by Joanne Fabrics, and I was thinking to myself, let me go in there and let me walk out with some beats and see what happens to me. And then I'll vlog the experience. And I was gonna FaceTime you and say, okay, I got the beats in my pocket. Let's see what happens. But I decided not to do it. So I will watch it from. Is someone going to be recording this?
Yeah, they're going to stream it online. SS is saying that you can get online, like there's an online stream that'll be happening if you can't make it. So I'll push Nana in front of the online camera and be like, hi.
Wait, so where's it going to be online?
Well, I think they're streaming it probably maybe through their website or something. Maybe through the YouTube channel.
Oh my God, yes.
So you can live stream it. Yeah.
Someone put that in the comments.
I went to Joanne again right before this. I was talking to Busy while I was at Joanne Fabrics, and I got some more beads, and I sent some bracelets out today. I was excited. I'm still beading.
Oh, it's been oh, you didn't give up this week?
I didn't. I've been beading for a while now. I am beading.
What's your newest thing? Okay, what's the beads of the week?
I haven't
Joleen,
really.
what's the bead of the week?
I was getting these. I found these little. I forget what they're called. They're like clamps where you can hide where you tie it. You know, you can hide the little tie thing. You can't really see it because this is a gold glitter. I like to get different kind of rope, like elastic rope that I make them on. Yeah. And I want to hide the thing. So I sent some out to, I think Steven, he's in the chat. I sent some out to him and it has it on there. And then a couple other people, the people that first got my bracelets, they didn't get that. But I'm discovering how to cover this up with like a little clamp.
Yeah, you hate you can see the tie.
So yeah, I've been playing with some green stuff. As you can see, our podcast listeners can't, but I've been looking for more of these peace sign beads because I'm obsessed with just adding them to bracelets, but they're sold out. Everybody wants peace apparently. So
well, we're in the midst
there you go.
So someone has to start wearing them around here. You're so hippie.
I know. I got to make you some and send you. You have to tell me what your favorite colors are, and I can put together a fun thing. And there's no hating. So if I send this to you, you can't drag me for it or be like, oh, look at this. You have to be grateful even if you hate it.
Yeah, I'm always grateful. Wait a second. There's a difference between me commenting on the gift that I have and then also receiving it and loving it. I can receive it, love it, and then say, girl, do you see? I mean, I didn't say this color, but
say that to me. Don't ruin my beading. That's what I'm saying. I just, as a friend, I need your full support on my beading. Even if you're like, this is the ugliest shit I've ever seen in my life, keep it to yourself.
I'm gonna tell you it's the best one that I've ever seen in my life.
Write it in your journal.
I don't feel comfortable.
Close your journal.
As your
friend,
I
don't
like talking to you like that though. As a friend of yours, I like to be extremely real with you, like you are with me. I like to say to you, bitch, what's this? Like this is not where the beads at. Some of these were hanging off. I want to be able to talk to you like that. But if you want me to help you, you know, put out that product like that, I'll say, girl, I ain't never seen nobody bead like this. This is one of the top tier beads.
Okay. Let's practice. Busy, look at this new bracelet I just made.
Girl, I thought you bought that from. I was like, what is this, Fendi? I was looking at it like, okay, K Jewelry. I was thinking that you had started to get an endorsement. Wow. So you did that yourself?
I did.
No one would have ever. Did you take you have to have been taking a class or something.
Oh my God, I'm just a natural.
Wow, like that had to take, what is that, 2-3 months?
Oh, I mean, not for me. I mean, an average basic bitch would take that long, but for a talent
scheme, the talent, the
gold.
Oh my God, down to the string, the elasticity. Oh, your faves connect. Yo, I'm so proud of you.
Oh my God, thank you. I love that. I need more of that from Busy because I'll call him on the phone and I'll be like, I need you to be vulnerable with me right now. I need you to no roasting. I'm around comedians constantly. I just want but then I want you to roast everybody else because Busy had me dying laughing on the phone. That's what we do now, so we don't get any mess. He just calls me and makes me laugh so hard. It's like early sipping key days where I'm like crying because you make me laugh. And I just walk through the store and Busy just goes on and does the parody of all the stuff that we see online, and it's perfect. And I
was waiting all day to talk to you. You know how much I felt like I was doing a comedy show. I had so much material, and I was like, "Can Joleen hurry up and call me back?" Because, and the thing was, then you called me, and I was supposed to call you back because of work, and then finally we talked until 3 o'clock in the morning this side, because I just had so much built up. It was like I was edging my comedy material. And I was finally able to.
You were on fire. You were on. It was so freaking funny. I love it.
I couldn't say it in person. I can't say it out loud, y'all. Oh, but maybe we can. So back to Twin Flame.
Okay.
And you're saying the correlation that some of them that we can see from that to YouTube.
Let us know what you guys think in the chat. And if you're listening as a podcast listener, this will probably already have started this. But if you guys are very against it, but similar to how we broke down all that YouTube craziness will be how we break down these cults. And there's tons of documentaries on them and different things. And we can just start with that because it's like a little foot in crime, a little foot in, sociology, a little foot in psychology. And then that's where, comedy comes from, this place of, a lot of times, just like tragedy plus time equals comedy. And, the other stuff we were covering, I don't know if I had enough time. But anyways, that was a little too close to home because I don't know. It just was, it's a little too close to home, I think, because it's like other YouTubers. When it was the bigger YouTubers, it was better. But as they dwindled down to like 500 subscriber channels, which no shade, but like, why am I going to parody? You're not even showing your subs. Like, if you don't show your subs, why would we parody that? Like SNL doesn't walk down the street and go, "What's your name?" "Oh, okay, I'm going to parody you." Like, they might have a character based off that person, but they're not going to do a whole parody. And now when you're looking at these situations, they're very similar to their subscribers act very cultishly. Pretty much everyone who we covered, I would say the one channel that didn't, I don't think Cheryl's are culty. I don't think Cheryl runs her channel culty. I really don't. I think she has her people that she, has, like the Andrea, Cheryl,
Well, she has her staff or her
she has
people,
her staff,
her team. And then she has her subscribers, but those people will read her when she's wrong. So
they will. And I feel like she doesn't, I don't think she weaponizes, I don't know.
At all.
I don't know. Not like we see. Like,
some people can mobilize the groups.
I've never been hit up by a Cheryl mod. I don't know. I don't even know. Do you even know the name? Cheryl has a 300,000. Okay, this is interesting. Cheryl has a 300,000 subscriber channel. Do you know one of her mods' names?
No.
Now, if you look at the other accounts,
child, they're famous.
They're internet famous. And use the names like in the inbox. They use the names we came up with.
It's crazy. Very culty. It's very, very. But you know what? I feel like, and I'm about to get in trouble. I feel like YouTube is changing a bit. I feel like during the pandemic, there was this heightened time of, girl, we about to beat you up. Okay. My subscribers versus yours, my mods versus yours. You can't trust your mods. You can't trust your mods. Nobody trusts your mods. It was just going back and
that forth. Mod, though, I'm sorry, the mod wars was.
It's too much. I didn't even think it was that serious.
It was super serious, and Coochie Cream got destroyed. Like, they wanted her gone. She just didn't fit in with the cool girls. The dollar store dream, they didn't want it. So and all the time. I mean, and Coochie Cream, she's got her own exposed stuff going on. So. God bless Coochie Cream. I mean, no one has made me an owl with
an owl.
You didn't know how we know or how we're told to trust Coochie Cream, and that Coochie Cream wasn't a bad, mod, was that how could someone be lying? Because, a lot of these channels, they don't realize they have moles. They have people who go and they want to start drama, or some of their mods like have hit us up before and it's been messy. They've hit other channels up before. So it was being alleged that Coochie Cream was one of the moles, and I think Coochie Cream is a double dipper for sure. But
and it's Coochie Cream. So, I mean,
it's Coochie Cream. Yeah, exactly. Like, you can just keep dipping and dipping and dipping. There's just a lot to go around, just dip, dip, dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. So, Coochie, how it was, the argument for Coochie by the content creator, that they could trust her was that she spent 40 plus hours on some kind of owl that had, like, she was at Joanne Fabric with me. We were in line. Coochie Cream, Coochie Cream, Coochie Cream. Okay, Coco. Coco's like singing. Coochie Cream, Coochie Cream, Coochie Cream. So she was at Joanne Fabric with me. We were in line together, and I was like, "What's up, Coochie Cream?" And she was like, "Shut up, you dumb bitch." And I was like, "Oh my God, we're so in love." And then she was like, "I'm going back, and I'm gonna do Dollar Store Dream videos." So he was like, she couldn't have betrayed me. Who would spend 40 plus hours making me an owl? And that was the argument. And then, his number one defender, Holly, she just hated Cooch. And they were done with her. They kicked her out of the mod chat. It was a thing.
It's too much. My thing is, we should have talked that this whole thing is about mods and mod etiquette.
Yes.
But
that's how
I'm
immersed.
talking as my personal YouTuber. As a YouTuber myself, I'm not a blogger. I do not have a blog. You will not see written material from me anywhere. I am not a blogger. Maybe we should look that up and then actually screen share the different types of words. But I'm not a blogger. I say that I do vlogs, and then I realize I need to stop saying that because I'm not a vlogger. You do not see my life. I do not portray or show you all my life. I am a YouTuber, though. I get up on this camera in different facets and ways, and I do YouTube. From this perspective, I realized that I needed to give a couple of people a mod title, so because I don't look at the chat. And I would hate someone talking crap about me while I'm talking and not looking at it. So a couple of people got that rant. I didn't even know what you got. But that was it. I started hearing that other people that was like, okay, well, we had meetings before. And I was thinking, I don't know none of these people's real names. Or
who is meeting with mods? Like, we have our mod chat. Me and Busy, we share a lot of the same mods. We love our mods. Shout out to our mods. We do need to make some mods for this channel, but we don't. I feel like our mod chat is just a place to have fun and like share like silly stuff. And I guess if we have to let you know something, but it was mostly they started it between themselves to talk because they're all friends.
We were invited.
We were invited to our own mod chat. We didn't even know what was happening, and I was like, "Oh, I'll be invited," and they were like, "Oh, I guess we can invite you." They didn't even want to invite us,
right?
Because who wants to invite like? Not that I was going to say who wants to invite like the man, but we're not the manager because we don't like they're doing us a favor. The mods do channels a favor. So I don't know why these creators think somehow mods owe them some shit. Like they're doing you a huge favor. So the mods were having fun. Then they're like, I guess we'll invite Busy and Joleen. So our moderators for YouTube had their own chat, invited us to it. But when we were going through stuff, they were great support for us. But other than that, I try not to ruin their life with my issues
at all. And don't go to them for it. They come to us like, hey, just let you know. Okay, well, that's fine. Thank you. Go to work.
Yeah.
Some people are like, well, we're meeting before. I was watching this one video and the person was like, before I go live, me and my moms, we talk. And we talk 30 minutes before, and we talk about what girl, but about what? When you can just get bots.
You better pay them. If you are asking them to do, you better pay them good money. If you are asking them to take time out of their day to then talk to you on the phone. Ideally, you would want a mod who likes the content you create when you create a mod, or someone who's going to be there probably anyways, and someone that you've built a rapport with and have trust with. And a lot of our mods have become now our friends. You know what I mean? Like we really enjoy them. I mean, I don't know if they consider me the same, and it doesn't matter. I just trust a lot of, I trust all of them, but some of them I know more than others. But some of these people, they're taking it serious. If they're having meetings, Busy.
They said meetings. They have meetings. They make sure that they talk and say, this is what's coming up. They give them the inside scoop. The
on
inside
what?
Scoop.
Is this a big channel?
I don't.
You have to give it away. But
this person said that they have meetings. Another person said that they give the inside scoop out. They collectively try to look at what's happening. They push people out to get the dirt, and they come back to the chat, and it's a lot going on.
Who pushes people? They make their mods go get dirt.
People. These were 7 different YouTubers, and I'm starting to realize: are we doing it wrong?
Well, I do feel lucky because sometimes our mods, we do have I love how you guys are saying we do have the best mods because our mods are kind and not messy or mean. They don't name call. No, they're good people. But sometimes our mods will post stuff like, oh, did you guys, see this, and it's a trending topic or story that we can check out that we're going to cover in our Housewives world or our, 90-day world or whatever we're covering at the time. So that's awesome. But this is blowing my mind. This whole
girl, and then talk about a true flame. And then it's once you really become a part of that chat and that group and these meetings, then they say they're trying to take us down because now you feel like you're a part of something. You're in the chat.
Yes.
You're communicating daily. You're a part of this. Now the money's coming here. Let's give everybody a title. You be financial director. You be the person who's over. Everybody has a title. And now as soon as a content creator, you get into a little, a little tiff with someone else on the internet. Why? I don't know why. Now they're trying to take us down. They're trying to ruin us. They're trying to end us.
You're right. It's that cult mentality. It's that group think. And it was similar to what we heard in Twin Flame, where it's like, they're coming for us. No, first of all, no one's coming for you. But second of all, if someone is coming for you, they're coming for you. They're not coming for your team. Yeah. So it's a mod cult. And so what we've seen is a lot of them, these moderators, I feel like they'll do things. Maybe it's within their character, but maybe it's not, because they're being told by this creator they like or respect, or they want to be on good terms with, to do it, which is similar to how these cults work. You always have this leader who is able to then heavily influence. And you and I mean, whether we like it or not, we are influencers. If you are online and you do have people following you, you're an influencer. You are. That's how the world is now. Basically everybody's an influencer. It just depends on the level that you're at. Some people are more of an influencer. So these people, unfortunately, they'll use this power they have, quote unquote, to for bad, and to kind of weaponize their mods or subscribers. And that's why Busy and I are always like, don't go fight our battles. Don't, just protect your peace. Be good. First of all, there shouldn't be any battles because it's freaking comedy, but you'd be surprised. People, and it's jealousy is, we need to have a whole live about jealousy, because people have to, what's for you is for you. What's not for you is not for you. Hope versus expectation. Hope for the best, but don't expect it. The minute you start expecting stuff is the minute you become resentful and you become a hater. And if someone's channel's growing more than yours, it's similar to what I say when we watch Big Brother. When players want to hate on players who are better than them and make it real personal, what you need to do instead is find out how this person is such a boss bitch. You need to take notes. You don't need to be talking shit. You need to take notes. So if you are jealous, and you need to check yourself and ask yourself, I ask myself regularly in comedy and stuff like that, because in entertainment, it is very competitive. Like, am I Am I acting like, am I on social media? Am I comparing myself? Comparison is the thief of joy. Am I? And I need to say, I have to tell myself, okay, you're having a jealous. That's totally normal. You are envious of that situation, but also good for them. And that wasn't for you, because not everyone's journey is for you. And that's why it's so much better if you just promote your friends and people around you. And if there is someone that you're like, fuck, how did that person get this much stuff? I wish I did. Become friends with them, follow them, support them, pick up some of that energy. Don't be an energy vampire, but you know what I mean? Like, get in that world rather than hating. That makes no sense to me.
Well, some people, and I was reading this comment yesterday on someone's video, where some people utilize their jealousy as a tactic to get in the world. Like, I just need to hear from you or get a reaction from you, so I'm going to be mean to you. I'm going to yell at you. I'm going to create videos about you. That's the way that I get in this world. Not necessarily befriending you, learning from you, gaining your trust. It's really, now you're responding to me, and now I'm in your world. Now now people will know about you. Now the thing is, like Roxy Hart going to jail, and she's like, oh, everybody's looking at me now. It's that's how you get the attention. I'm going to talk crap about you, and now everybody's looking at me. Look at this, y'all. I'm famous. I'm getting exactly what I want.
Yeah, that's sad. I mean, it is sad, but there's a lot of people and creators who think that way, and then they just kind of turn on each other, or turn on someone they could learn from. And like Natashki's saying, I love that saying because it's so true. Comparison also prevents gratitude. And it does.
That's true. And then if you're a mod, who gets on YouTube? Because I'm starting to feel like they're career mods. Who gets on YouTube to have a serious job? I turn on YouTube, and then most times I put my phone down, I walk away because I'm doing other stuff. And it seems like some people are very serious. I was listening to one video, and this lady was like, I've been modding for 6 years, and I was a mod on this. God, this is not a resume builder. Like, what? This is not what you use on your resume. She was very serious. She's like, I've been modding for 6 years, and I've done it with the best. I used to mod for this person. I came down to here from the greatest of the greatest to the small. I've modded for everyone. It's like,
okay.
that is not an accomplishment. What do you have? Like,
I mean, thank you for your service, but what was her point in saying that? I don't get, like, to be like, because I feel like some of these people use it as like, I'm better than you. Or then when they hop in other chats, it's like, oh, that's a blah, blah mod, you know, in these little worlds, these little microcosms. And they're like, be nice to the blah, blah. Because I saw that happen on the Amber channel where somebody popped in. I think it was the 666, and they were like, oh, be nice. It's blah, blah. And I'm like, you don't owe this chick nothing.
Nothing.
Not who she's no one. Like, she's someone because she's a human being and she's in the world and God bless. But really, and like to bow down, like it's like a very high schoolish, like prom queen. Like, it's weird to me. It is weird. And they're like, oh, hey, love you. How can you? What do you love? The way she says, please don't write all caps. Like, I don't understand what you're loving about the, you know what I mean? Like, our mods, I feel like they connect with people in the chat. So you get to know them. But these other channels mods are just like constantly have to be on the defense. Like, no, they're not on crack. No, they didn't go here. No, don't call the police. No, he's not doing this. No, they're not. So our mods never have to tell people we're not on crack. They just are having, like, sometimes the mods will be having conversations with people and stuff, and they're like getting to know people, and that's amazing. That's how the internet should work. We should be building relationships. We shouldn't have some weird hierarchy like, oh, that's Jamie B, that's Joleen and Busy's mod. I mean, Jamie B is a big deal, but like Jamie B never comes in the chat like, all right, everybody, I'm here. Light a blunt for me, bitches. It's just,
who said what? I'm ready to block people. It's just not that serious, and they have y'all feeling some of these YouTubers, some of these channels have regular, I guess these people similar to those in the Twin Flame, they want notoriety. They want to
feel important.
They want to feel important. And you see that wrench by your name, and you're like, I want to thank my mom, I want to thank my dad, I want to thank God first and foremost. Like, you feel like, wow, I've made it. You see, you shout them out regularly. You give them a dance and a song. Hey, that's my. You do all of that, and now they you don't get paid. Somebody asks, do you get paid? No. Unless some of these individuals are using their checks. I don't know.
Maybe some.
It sounds like the mods are doing more though for them. If you make it owls and or
and paying for trips to a casino town and staying in the room together, like
it costs more money to be a mod.
It shouldn't cost you more money to be a mod than you should be getting something out of it. Like, it should be fun. Like, I feel like we would have to ask our mods, but how they feel. But I feel like they have a healthy relationship with modding because they all have lives. And I never see one of our mods fighting people.
If my mods are not there, they're not there. If they're there, they're there. And I don't have to worry about whether or not somebody did something or didn't do something. I ain't never heard nothing about somebody fighting a goat. No one comes to me and say, I just gotta let you know what was going on it's not that serious. Let's move on to the next topic. Let's move on to because these YouTube beefs, I am starting to realize is getting old. The people are tired of them. The people are not here for them as much as they used to be when we were in the pandemic. It was cute. It was fun. People had the time to devote to it. We had nothing else to do. And now the people are like, look, girl, I got a job. What's wrong? What's your problem with me? Let's talk about it real quick so that we can move on. And the crazies were not exposed during the pandemic. They were running this place.
We're running it.
Girl, the crazies were running this platform. But now I feel like the tides are turning.
Well, and that was the thing. I think what Breezy Girl's saying was totally true. Sorry, I didn't mean to unhide or undo your thing. Some of the mods, they follow around and they're told, I think, to do this, to take screenshots of the chats and then send it to other creators to attack those chatting. So there were also, I mean, we experienced this where people were coming for our friends and our mods and our people in our chat, which is so unnecessary. What is wrong with you? That's ridiculous. It's so crazy. So then all of a sudden, people who are in the chat who are just chatting while it's live, then they'll go, well, she said this over there. It's like, are we okay? She can say that over there and she can say that over here. and that's, you know, you do have that messiness though, where you have some of them like starting trouble, but the screenshotting and all that stuff, it's just crazy. I think it just really, like you said, it comes down to some of these people have never felt important a day in their life. And this somehow gives them notoriety. Just like you guys are saying in the chat, this somehow gives them power. And it's very unhealthy. Some of these people's relationships with this shit is comical until it's not.
Yeah, these YouTubers are not your twin flame. If you have to start taking videos of carpets and stuff, that's not your twin flame.
If you have to take videos, if you have to call them and say, get offline, please get offline. Don't say that. Please don't say a racial slur. Please, dear God. Not another racial slur. Oh, there's another one. That's not your friend. That's not good. That you're putting in too much work. Because that was similar in the twin flame world, where they were doing free work, promoting and getting more people into the twin flame universe because they just wanted to be a part of it. And I think the more that these people in these communities on YouTube do for these creators who are messy and want the drama, even though they say they don't, the more then they'll get brought up and they'll be like, well, they'll kind of put a little shine on them. And we see that. We've seen that with some YouTubers too. They got a little shine and then they will kill for you.
They sure. It's crazy. You know what? And me and Joleen, our relationship started off of Big Brother. And this is a social experiment itself. Like, these people on this platform are crazy. And the conversations they have are crazy. And the people who follow them are crazy. And I am addicted now to watching the craziness. Some people's like, do you really believe that? Where's your brain? And some people are like, you got a brain, why you acting like that? And I can watch it all day. Well,
and then they ruin it because then you'll have some really good like carpet stuff, like show me your carpet, show me, show your face. Like you'll have some really good, I mean, there's nothing ever going to beat Perry and Cheryl both in the camera. I mean, that should have got a reality show. Yes. Hands down, one of the best moments in any kind of drama, whatever. I mean, they should get a damn award for that. That was amazing. They should have got a show out of it. I don't understand how it didn't happen, but okay. So, but then you have then you get the lower tier, tiers go down, and then all of a sudden people are like, oh, this person said they might, hurt themselves, and you're like, oh.
Get here. God.
Unplug the router. You just ruined it. Unplug the router. You just ruined it. You just ruined it. Like, I just can't. You can't start the stuff and then now I'm gonna be mad. Like,
it's getting just serious here. Now we got a girl. We
need snot. We need show your face. We need even the carpets. Even I was so scared, but I won't tell you why I was scared. That is great. But when it's now, people's dead relatives, too far. We need to make a chart. Here's good drama. Here's too far.
Okay.
Too far. Okay. Let's name some too far things we've seen throughout this thing. Making fun of dead relatives. Too far. It's not fun.
Too far. Calling actual companies' jobs their real life. Too far.
Yeah, taking it real life. Too far.
Yeah,
too far.
Stay on the internet.
Let's see. Wasting the police time.
With too far. Wasn't it, Jesse? This is too far. This is too far. Commenting emojis in the chat. That's what we want. Do that. Yes. Do that where they're live. Comment in the chat.
Comment in their chat. Let's see.
Calling CPS.
Oh yes, a lot of CPS. Too far. Talking about any kids, family members negatively or at all. Too far. If they're not involved in it, it's too far.
Show your ribs. I like
your ribs. Yes. Show your ribs. Show your ribs. Making false claims when you have a bigger platform, All About the Tea did, where they were just like, this one's gay and this one does this and this one is, claiming that some people are into the child stuff.
Oh,
falsely claiming way too far. And if you are a police officer and you are or ex-police officer or retired or whatever, and you're not
way
cool.
Too far.
There's no coming back from that.
We want that.
That's perfect. Yes, we want we want Home Depot. What we don't want is, what I kind of do miss And I think I took it for granted, that 9-person panel with Keith. Oh, the star of the show, Keith. Remember Keith? Oh, I loved Keith. A little bit of yeah, he was just like, hold on, I got something back here. Do you guys know? I got some flowers. Okay, you guys aren't for the flowers. Someone gave me a mini clarinet in 1974. Okay. Yep. Oh, you guys ever smelled a candle? It'll make your dick hard.
Well, I do miss more of those Keith things.
I do too. I miss like
doxing people you think are the Avatar too far.
Yeah.
Whoa! Also, oh wait. I want an investigation of an Avatar, but when you start naming real people, that's too far. I would have loved a series that was just like, well, let's try to figure out the person's voice. But once we started pulling out real actual people in the United States, then it was like, okay, now we just picking out random people. Too far. Saying the N-word is too far. Yo, let me say something about this. Because I was randomly, and this is really Jolene's fault. Because now I'm hearing it more and more. I was listening to a video today. Some lady was live. And she's like, I'm tired of it too. Yeah. Oh no. And you know what? I should never have been up there with that man when he said that. You know, and I apologized to Busy. And I should have dropped down immediately, and I didn't. And I apologized to him. I don't want nobody who sat by. Let me tell you, I have morals, I have values, there are things that I stand for, or my internet connection will go away. There's no shoulda, coulda, woulda when it comes to people saying the N-word, people using any type of racial slur, people talking about anyone with mental disabilities, their children. It's not me to sit here and stand and blame it on the alcohol or anything else.
No, COVID. You don't know what the long-term symptoms of COVID is.
You'll never catch me doing that. Y'all heard Jolene's husband in the back, and I wish you would allow me to do extra stuff. I cannot sit next to anyone and say, oh no, I should have stepped down. When they said the N-word for the 4th time, I should have logged up. No, one time is enough. So I will say that person did not say anything to me though. The next message that I did get was that I'm a private citizen and keep my name out your mouth.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Oh, that person. I feel like that person really is leaning into the drama, which is fine. But there was so much criticism for us parodying it, and now they made it's interesting. Whatever. Do what you want. It's your
ridiculous. I do miss beef tips. Y'all making fun of the mess was a major I checked out. And we would have loved to continue to do it, but the girls started to bring us into it.
Well, yeah, and I would say there was an outside, there was that Cuckoo Bananas, stalker who then came into that world that they weren't a part of and mobilized their people to come for us, and it got real life then, and that was crazy. Exposing private, that have nothing to do with.
That's too much.
That's too much. Okay, let's think of some other stuff to do. Okay.
Going to a YouTube's family member home. That's way too much.
Who went to a YouTube family member's home?
Girl, anonymous, you can stay anonymous, but tell us what happened allegedly, girl. Tell us what happened allegedly. Coco said exorcisms. I want to see more of those. I'm okay with.
I would love to
the power of Christ compels you. Do that live on our screen. I'm okay with that being a part of the drama.
Also, can we get some freaking credit here for the fact that you all have these allegedly banners, and it's all because of us, because we thought it'd be funny to put that shit up, and now everyone's got it. So I changed ours, and everyone's going to change it now. But everything in this live stream is true, except for the parts that are false.
Yeah, those parts are not true.
Yep. And I won't tell you which parts those are, but that was supposed to be a joke. And now people are literally being like, well, it says allegedly, so you can't get me. And I'm like,
girl, I saw a video today that said, these views and everything. Girl, what? This is how we're starting videos now?
What did they do?
Let me start off. These views and my comments are subjected to, girl, did a whole statement. They got sued once, and that lawyer got on their ass. Okay, having your boyfriend do a live about you being in the ER when you're outside coaching.
That was epic. I want more of that. I want more of that.
Give us that. If it's yourselves doing it, give us
Yes.
that.
That was so good when it was like, the only thing that was wrong with that one is it was the hurting themselves. Quit throwing around that as a threat. It's not fun. You're ruining it. So that was thrown out there. But the great part about it is as that was being thrown out, and you can check out YB Entertainment. I think Yahoo Boy still has that video up of him in the car, and he's like, "You're gonna hurt. If he hurts himself, it's on you." And he's in the hospital, and we're just like, "Oh my god, what the frick?" Because we were kind of new to the situation still. I mean, somewhat. It's getting serious. And then all of a sudden, he didn't know how to end the Instagram live, and he goes, "I'm sorry. Did I do it wrong?" Or, so he was being coached. It was just a mess.
But more of that.
More of that. Okay, but
she did not say that, Carolyn. Did she? Because I cut the video off.
Well, initially that creator did enjoy us and sent me a message right when we started and said we were very funny. But then once that creator joined the panel with, the cottage, then that creator took a different stance on it and didn't think it was funny. Now that creator's back to thinking it's funny. So she kind of goes back and forth, but I don't know. I don't
Fake
really
videos
care.
at the hospital are too far. I think they're just enough.
Fake.
I want to see more of that because
I want to see.
We know they're fake.
If you're going to go to the police, make sure you have your audio on in your pocket of your phone, so the police can say, I watched that live. You lied to me, because that was epic. That was epic. That was so good.
Brown fingers. We need more brown fingers in the community. We need more
brown fingers. Yeah, we definitely do.
Everyone uses all. They sure do.
Also, they do. And also there's other channels now parodying this. And you guys, it's subjective, but let me just.
What are you about to say?
It's not good. It's not good. They're not good. No offense. You're not good at it. And that's okay. I don't go try to, save someone's life. I don't go perform surgery. I don't go try to do Excel spreadsheets because I'm not good at those things. So if you're, and I need you guys also to quit gassing these people up and going, "Oh my God, it's so funny," because you're just so desperate for someone to parody the situation. You'll take, the D-League.
The Lunzer.
Yeah, but it's not good. And it's not good. So stop.
It's not good.
It's just not.
I mean, we did leave, a gap once we stopped doing that.
We did.
So someone had to step in and say, it's our turn. Let's put on.
But it's going to be hard now that, here's the thing to good parody, I think, is if you're too heavily involved in it, that's why I always told Busy, don't talk to the characters. I don't talk to the characters, because if we are talking the characters, we can't properly parody, because it's just like now all of a sudden you have these relationships with people. It's just first I didn't want any relationships with them anyways, but now you have people parodying, but they're taking a side. We were always just like, we had our own little opinions, but it wasn't because, I'm friends with this person or I know this person. It was just, what we saw of the mess as a viewer. But now you're like going on panels and then you're trying to parody. It just doesn't work. You can't be a part of the mess and parody it. And that's it's a fine line to not get involved in it while you're covering it, because the characters reach out. Every character, I don't think there was one character who didn't reach out to me. I'm trying to think in this mess, or didn't directly address me or say something about me.
No, I think every character has reached out, or at least said something, wrote something. I think every single one. I can't think of one person who did not. I think maybe the older guy. I never heard from him.
Which one?
What was his name? Kevin?
Keith?
Keith
has sent.
Well, he doesn't know how to work it.
No, he sent me such nice messages. I don't think I've ever replied because I don't always read my message requests, but I did. He has through the year, whatever, how long it's been, has sent me a few. And when we were going through it, he sent me something really nice, just saying, "I'm sorry you have to go through that." So, yeah. So I feel like he's the type of character you want to parody, because he understood that it was just a silly fun time. But no, he was always kind. I don't think I ever replied though. There were very few. None of the main. I've still never messaged with Cheryl. None of them. JY. I have them in my message request still. I never replied.
I'm gonna say you did receive the messages, or I was in those things with you.
Oh, those ones. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you were. I mean, you were definitely there, girl, because we both got them at the same time. You were a Lion Birch, and I was a House Angel. So.
Oh gosh, but yeah, I mean that's how we wanted to keep it. Unfortunately, it kind of went awry. But it's still it's funny though because it's still this world that I'm very perplexed by. I'm
intrigued. I cannot get enough.
It's crazy. I mean, there are times right now it's on a lull. It's on a boring because we had someone allegedly possibly maybe wanting to hurt themselves, which then it's not fun. Can't watch.
Oh wait, sorry. Well, I don't want to say any names, but I don't know that.
Yeah, it was surrounding the couch stuff, So that person that they filmed, then there was the whole thing, and I tried to listen to it, but it was just so. Yeah. I was like, oh, and then you got. It's like so much. It's like someone outed someone's medical condition, but then that person now they've talked, and it's just like, and these are side characters.
It's too much.
Who have hit me up. Like when that happened, that person had hit me up like, hey, this is happening. And I'm like thinking, oh my God, that's horrible, but I'm not going to get back to you because there's nothing I can do. And I don't know you. And it has
nothing to do with us.
It has nothing to do with me, but God bless. And I hope you're okay. But now you just, it just got real. But they're going to keep going with, trying to take the cottage down, these channels. And it is kind of nice to see the inside, the people who tried so hard to be on the inside and got in now on the outside trying to burn it all down. But how quickly they go back is the craziest part.
What type of stuff are they selling to y'all? It must give you the best high because I just don't understand. I really don't understand. So you think that the people who are on the outs now will come back?
Yeah, I mean there was a big mod exodus. They left the building, and then they were like,
when that happens.
Yep, they're like, you know what? Maybe he is racist. Maybe those times we heard him say the N-word, maybe he is okay. Yep, you know what? Maybe he is. Maybe okay, maybe he's a grifter.
Now that I think about it,
yep, maybe, yeah, okay, yeah. Now that I've had time to get screwed over, I think I do realize. Maybe I should.
I never got that money back from that. No, yeah, maybe.
Interesting. Okay. All right. There was phone number sold. $500. Someone on YouTube bought a phone number for $500.
Ain't no one. Y'all not that important.
But they paid for it.
$500.
And you're trying to be a blogger and you're selling people's numbers. Who's going to trust you with their information now? But there's always a reason. It's like, well, blah, blah, blah was going to do it anyway. So I just figured they were going to go to a PI and pay more. So I was going to give them a deal. I was trying to be nice. Just trying to be nice. $500.
Girl, and the dress was so.
YouTube needs to get it together. They need to be putting a stop to this. This should not be on this platform. JBB.
I'll give you mine for 50. If y'all need it, JBB said he'll give you his for $50. Selling other, and see, this I don't tell nobody where I live, who I know, what my number is, and I say I got an Instagram, but I never respond to anyone, so you're not even sure if it's mine. No one knows me. You should not. You don't need to. You don't have to. It's none of your business. The only thing you need to worry about is what I come up on this platform and say and talk about, which is only my own thoughts and ideas, maybe around someone else. Because I did see another video. It was some guy with an I just learned that, I don't say I just learned, but it did pride me. And I'm going to say I'm about to get in trouble. Kiss me later. That I was watching this video with Little Black Book 91. And he's a Sigma. At least that's what they say. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, my fraternity. Okay. But he was saying that, if I am a content creator, and I talk crap about or mess about another person, like that's just what we do here. I can expect when I reveal news or talk about someone else that then someone will talk about me talking about that. And it's just a cycle here, and we'll be foolish to get mad at it. We'll be foolish to be upset about it, retaliate. Now we're selling numbers. Now we're selling addresses. Now we're trying to figure it out. It's the circle of life. No one needs to know my number, my business, my Instagram. Nobody needs to know how to PayPal me, Instagram, to tweet me. All you need to know is how to get me on here. And if you don't like what I said, put it in the comments. And then that's the end of the conversation. Because I'm open for criticism. You're open for criticism. I tube, YouTube, we all tube.
So he's basically saying that if you comment or provide commentary on shows and other people's lives, expect that people might provide commentary on your commentary.
And you can't get mad at it. You cannot. Well, you can, but it's stupid. Sorry. You can get upset about it. Anybody, y'all can have emotions about anything. As a Pisces, I do also feel that way. You can have emotions and feelings about everything, whatever you want. It does not make it the right way to handle the situations. I have emotions about everything all the time. And the younger me, and y'all watched it while I was on the internet, would act over the emotions immediately. Okay.
I like the younger you just wore. That was like a couple months ago.
I'm about to act a fool. I'm cussing everybody out. And now I'm realizing through therapy that, yeah, you can have those feelings. Okay. Now, what are we doing constructively about them? Those are two separate things. So no, I don't like that you said that thing about me. Okay. But you're saying something about me that I said about somebody else. How upset can I really get? Okay. I need to leave this one alone.
As long as they didn't change the narrative to say you said or did something you didn't do, then I think you have the right to be like, well, no, that's not what you're spinning that, because we've seen that done where they've taken things I've said and created whole playlists saying Joleen is racist by going and flipping things and creating false narratives and reading into something just to make something a thing. So that, unfortunately,
there's some people you're not going to win, though. And I am learning the different microcosms of audiences here on YouTube. And me and Joleen, we were talking about this earlier today. YouTube is not hard. It's nothing that, you got to break your bank to do. You don't have to be.
You're not special.
Skilled. You're not
because you're a YouTuber.
You can get a Gmail account. Your grandma can get one. And she may be trying to comment and she accidentally goes live. Like it's that simple. It's not hard. It's not difficult. Anybody can do it. Anyone can do it. So that being said, everyone has an audience because everyone likes something differently. Some people like to be cussed at. Some people like to be sang to. Some people like to see people eat food. Some people like to watch people whisper. Some people like to watch people cry in vehicles. Anyone likes whatever they like. The problem is that then those individuals, okay, who they want to have those people who can look at someone's videos. And you have to look at the content creator. So say this person likes to eat food. Okay,
I do.
Talking about a lot of stuff, but they only eat food. So then their followers or subscribers are gonna come in there to see them eat food. Maybe they'll talk here and there. The stuff that they do say they'll remember because they're listening intently for the smacks, the sounds. That don't mean that it's true and that it's credible. This is not you following a lawyer's page. This is just people who have enough time to watch people eat. So those subscribers will go off and say, yeah, I did hear that such and such did that. And it's like, well, what video was this on? I was watching my favorite one at a picnic table eat ribs. Okay, well, did we do a background check on the facts? Did we actually see what some subscribers, and I fell down this hole and I ruined myself at one point. The truth is the truth. But everybody not going to, majority of the people on YouTube are not going to get it. They would rather listen to someone who's playing a video game, talk to them about what the truth is, than actually go to a journalist. Someone who's like, well, I got the real, I'm down to earth. That don't make what you're saying the facts. It don't make what you're doing saying facts.
I love that idea that somehow us being YouTubers somehow makes us special because, like you said, I think we were talking yesterday, and you go, it's called YouTube. That means you can do it, and you can do it, and you can do it.
YouTube, everybody tube.
Everybody's tube. So it's like, it makes no sense when people are like, we're on YouTube, or you don't understand my plight being on YouTube, or you don't understand how hard it is, and you subscribe. No, they do understand. You know how they understand? They could easily, they don't even need a mic. You just, anything that has something like an AirPod you can use for your audio.
You don't even need an AirPod. I don't know. I'm using my daughter's. I just logged on in here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. My daughter said that I'm on here. It don't take that lady. She said she heard her name being on YouTube and she logged in on the stream. Y'all, it don't take much.
It doesn't. It's like, so the thing is, anyone can do it if you want to, and it is a choice. Like, you can leave anytime. But I mean, granted, don't use that to then cyberbully someone and be like, you said you could leave anytime. But to somehow make it like the people watching don't understand. No, they understand. It's YouTube. It's not like you're working at CNN or something. You know what I mean?
At all.
Okay, like, calm down, Anderson Cooper. This isn't, there's no check to see if you're sane. There should be a background. I worked at a gas station. I had a full personality review back in college, and YouTube, they're just like Busy said, Gmail. How many stop signs do you see in this? You're in. Go share your opinions with the world, which is a good thing and also a fucking bad thing. Yep. Because then you got all these opinions of all these people who are just shitty people that no one listens to them in like the real world, but on YouTube, they're special. Mm-hmm. So they're like, I'm somebody. So they're bringing all of their bullshit, almost all their trauma or childhood shit that they never dealt with, onto YouTube and projecting it onto us. So rather than providing real entertainment for people, they're just causing drama and, amok everywhere, because they're so fragile and damaged. Because you have, a lot of these YouTubers, I think too, are just, the ego is just so fragile. And like you said, people are going to say stuff about you. Mm-hmm. People are it's going to happen. And you get to decide with your channel what you want. Do you want to keep the negative comments? Do you want to delete them? Do you want to block people? Do you want to let people say what they want? You can decide all of that.
Right.
And no answer's right. It's whatever's right for your channel and the vibe you want to put out there with it. But by no means does any of this make us special. It just doesn't.
At all. YouTube does not they don't send you equipment when you sign up.
Nope.
They like nothing.
They don't even protect you. We learned that the hard way. They don't protect you for shit. You go on Twitter. Twitter will protect you if someone is harassing you, for the most part. YouTube's like, well, no. Good luck.
We see a couple of ads on this video, so we'll get back to you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And the thing is, that's fine. And you just have to understand, this is what you're walking into. You're starting this channel. You're starting to, you are now opening yourself to criticism, public criticism, critiques. And that's what you're on here for in the first place. And when it happens, then you can't be upset about it. You can't shout. You can't come up on this platform, on this page, talk about your business, who you fighting with, who you're not fighting with, who said what, and then say to us, I'm private and this is real life stuff. Then, girl, get off the internet. I thought you wanted us to talk about it. When my mama calls me or my friend calls me and say, girl, let me tell you what's going on, I give them my opinion. I talk about it. That's what y'all thought y'all was doing on the internet. Y'all came and y'all said, let me show you our text. I'm going to share this on the screen. I thought y'all wanted us to say something about it. Then as soon as we say something about it, like, girl, you dumb and that don't make no sense, or go back to school, or this seems really whiny to me, now y'all mad at us. What are y'all on this platform for? Don't give us your business and start a page if you don't want us to say something to you about what's going on. Change your background. Your intro's too long. I don't like your intro. What is, like, we're gonna do that stuff because that's what you signed up for. Yeah.
Now, after, I would say, the longer you're on YouTube, the more you get used to it. The newer you are, the harder it is to be like, oh my God, because you do feel like, oh, okay, thanks for the unsolicited advice, but that's what it is all kind of about. But now everything is unsolicited. But now, after the journey we've been on, now I don't care. You can get comment and be like, I don't like this or whatever. Just don't stalk me. That's don't harass me. Don't stalk me. You can say you don't like my stuff, but if you keep coming back to talk about how you don't like my stuff, that's like a little weird. Just don't scare me. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like you like it. I feel like you like it.
I feel like you really like it.
You're actually kind of like you're coming back all the time. I think you kind of like, I think you need to do some self-reflection because I think you like it. Yeah. You can't come to me. You're quoting all. You're saying in the comments, I hate this, and this is just like 2 videos ago. Yeah, you're taking notes. You kind of like me. I think you like me. Yeah, I think you like me.
I think you might enjoy this. Mermaid in the ICU says, I'm trauma dumping and trauma bonding is serious on the tubes. Yes, I think that's what leads to a lot of cultish behavior, because here's the thing. We have so many times that these grown adults their behavior is passed aside, these creators, bad behavior, because they had a hard childhood. I'm going to say this, and I have empathy for everyone who's dealt with shit, but we've all had trauma. There's not one person walking this earth who has not had trauma. It's what you do with it as an adult, and there's different levels to it. And if you are 40 plus and you haven't processed that and you haven't gotten to a point where you're able to live and not, spread your toxicity on other people and hurt other people with your trauma, then you shouldn't be on YouTube. Because like you said, you're trauma dumping. So, but you have these grown adults that are like, but they went through this and okay. So then just let them go off and be like racist and hateful and harass and dox and every woman's a see you next Tuesday and every woman's a B and slut shame and fat shame and all that, because your little trauma you didn't deal with. You need to go do that. And unfortunately, YouTube, again, it's like, come on, everybody. We were talking about, YouTube's like community college. It's just like everybody, that's like the old Chris Rock, like everybody can go to community college.
You find who you trauma bond with.
Yeah, you find
stay in your trauma bond circle.
Yep, you stay in your trauma, and they're like, I had something similar or something like that. And somehow, it goes. That's how these people are able to get off the hook and take any responsibility, because it's like, oh my God, this happened to them. And you're like, oh, okay. So as he's like stabbing them, they're like, but he has childhood trauma. Like every murderer, every serial killer, every person you see out there has childhood trauma that they didn't deal with, has their own shit. And that's why they're now stabbing people, because they didn't freaking deal with it. And they didn't.
They have their little group of minions also stabbing. It's just YouTube has become a group of small trauma bonds and cults that just now those people are attacking other people. I was watching this video the other day and I was thinking to myself, all of these people sound dumb. Like every single one of them. You shut up, y'all shut up. They arguing with each other. I don't care. You care.
Those are my favorite.
I'm about to go to work. I just want to say that. And it's like, what is going on? But I disagree with you because this stupid, and everybody was cussing each other. And then once I started to realize this, the same theme that everybody kept saying, I'm over here because you keep it real. You keep it real. Oh, you keep it real. And it was just people yelling at each other, which is what they thought was keeping it real. Okay. I'm saying, I was about to get off of here. I don't give a F about this and shut up you. And I hear what you're saying, but I don't care. And it was just them, everyone talking rude to each other, but they bonded on the fact that they felt like this is what's being real.
My favorite part of that was when you said, I don't care. I was just about to go to work. Like
I'm just getting up here because I'm about to go to work. I'm just saying, I don't give a F about none of y'all. And nobody cares about what y'all got to say. And I was thinking, this is what it's about. This is just a group of people who want to get up on live. They're going to drop the link. And y'all just pick a person to cuss out. And then you go to do your regular work. Because you find your community and then you keep up these negative or these bad attributes because you feel like now this is regular. I know a lot of people who do stuff like this. I like you because you keep it real. No, you're rude. You're nasty. You're mean. You're jealous. You're hateful.
You're a hater.
That don't mean that you keep that's not what keeping it real looks like. No. But when you have a group of people, 15 people who will get on the screen with you and cuss each other out and say, that's why I'm glad we're here. Okay, now let me get off of here. Shut up, y'all. And that's keeping it real.
Shut up. I also don't want to go to work. I don't want the first thing to do before I go to work be like, fuck you and you fucking shut up. I'm off to work. Like I don't want to come and work with the energy. And maybe that's why some of our coworkers suck so much, is they're coming off this negative YouTube energy because they're sticking up for creators that don't give a shit about them. And they're like, I mean, they ride so hard. They ride so hard, just like the true flame people or the twin flame people. They rode so hard for those two. And it's similar to the YouTube people. You would think that was their mom. They ride so hard. I see a lot of them being women. And I feel as though some of these chicks have some kind of that they've been now manipulated to have like these motherly, maternal thoughts. Not that all women have that, but I feel like some of them are triggered by that, because you'll hear that where they mama bear these grown men who are just problematic and toxic. And you're like, how can you sit next to a guy who calls women, bitches and cunts all the time? How?
And you're an extreme feminist.
How? And it's that whole, well, he's not talking about me. It's like, but one day, guess what? He's going to be talking about you.
He sure will be.
And
then you'll be in Washington State all by yourself, going to the casino, doing after night shows because it wasn't you during that time. And then
talking
later
about
on, now it's you. I'll never
talking about your new.
Saying, that's a lying bitch. I said, what? That's what it's gonna do.
When he called her the bee, I was like, oh my God, like you said, you're gonna be by yourself at the casino talking about your pussy sucker machine. Remember that? Remember when the stuff was going on with us?
Rewound that thing so many times. When I heard it, I said, I want to frame this. That's a lie. You know what? That's a lying bitch. I said, oh wow, see, here we go.
After all the times that woman took up for you. That is how you treat her. Guess what? If they're saying it, they're eventually going to say it about you. And that's always been my argument. And I've been accused of, I don't know, weird things like fat shame or something. I was like, no, if you are following a creator who says Joleen Lunzer is a fat bitch and you are my size or bigger, you're a fat bitch too. That's what they think about you. That's my point. My point was always, if you are my size or bigger and someone's on the YouTubes going, that fat bitch Joleen Lunzer, and you're like, don't be surprised when you get called a fat bitch by him, because that's what they think about women, and that's what they think about women of that size. So if you're smaller than that, I guess you got nothing to worry about. You might still be a bitch. But then they take that, and we had a certain moderator do that, took that information and then spread it into Joleen shames women. I got blamed for coming up with the word hag. Give the credit to Reddit. I never came up with no. It was crazy. So spinning that into somehow, it's like, no, you support a creator who fat shames, fertility shames, like all the shames. And now I point out, show you in black and white, like if they think I am fat and ugly and unsuccessful, and you are bigger than me, less successful than me, and maybe not as cute as this adorable face, what do you think he thinks about you?
Gorgeous, beautiful.
I'm just saying.
But you have to have self-awareness.
Yeah.
And I don't think that a lot of them have that self-awareness.
Do you know that that person put the 666 put pictures of me? Someone sent it to me on their Instagram story. Of like, I'm at a comedy show and I was like this, and you can see my double chin, like I'm doing my act, like my face, that's my face, and saying, like, put a bunch of pictures posted and put disparaging comments about how I'm gonna see you next Tuesday, and then showed pictures of my skin. And we have this photographer, Just Off the Six. Shout out to Just Off the Six. He does all the comedy shows, and he uses it's really dark and then puts like a bright light, and it's like the contrast or whatever, and said that I had like it's so ridiculous, because I think this person thought maybe I would repost about them, but no, that's very childish. They were like, yeah, I had craters on my face or something, and I have worse skin, and they're 10 years older than me, and this is how childish it is, and that maybe it's because I'm an alcoholic, because I have alcoholism. And I was just like, this is a 50-plus-year-old woman
that clearly didn't go to school. And that's sometimes it's hard to go against those individuals because y'all say, well, I judge. I'm very judgy. I've always been that way. That's how I have people say they have discernment. My discernment comes through my judgmental side. I look at you and I say, I don't know about it. And through my judgment, I discern whether or not I'm going to interact with you. The problem is there's so many people who have a lot of followers or have very devout followers who they're not the smartest, they're not the brightest crayon in the box, they're not crayons. And I have to look at them, and they're the loudest because they have nothing else to do with their life. They have no job. Their kids are out. They got no teeth. Like, it's just so much that's going on in their life. And I have to think to myself, how much do I let this bother me? But they have no job. So while I'm working and I get off of work and I'm, doing what I do, I'm done working with Congress, and I come out and I see, when did y'all have time to do this all through 9 to 5? Y'all was tweeting this all day? Because you have to listen and you have to talk to those. You have enough time to post pictures and search and do all of it. If I can't Google it really quickly because you're on the television show, I have to rethink my life. If I'm like, does somebody have a picture of this Instagram YouTuber? I need to rethink. I have to rethink my life, my decisions, my choices. Any of the lighting or any of the, you're this year's older, you're thinking that alcohol had anything to do with. Grow up, go take a course.
You could be doing something better with the world, or in the world, but it was insane because I'm like, this is something I thought I would stop dealing with in junior high, but to have a 50-plus-year-old woman posting in her Instagram stories pictures of me, calling me fat and ugly and pointing out flaws in my skin, I was like, this is weird. And the only point I ever tried to make was, if you support this guy who calls all the women fat and ugly and unsuccessful, and you're bigger than the women or the same size, though he's talking about you. And if he's calling them, but these are the same kind of women that say, I love those see you next Tuesday word. I love it. And it's like,
yeah, you cannot try to educate everyone. Only educate the people that you can talk to, or talk to them, or have conversation with them. Those other people are the law. Like Wendy's mother said, the lost. You will never be able to get through to them. They are the same individuals who are trying to get an abortion, but say, no, I'm here for a non-abortion. Let's tear down those parenthoods. Like nothing is clicking to them. Nothing is making sense to them, and you'll be wasting your breath. I was watching a video, and the person was like, well, if you saw all that, why you ain't saying nothing to me? The person was like, I don't do that. What's the point? Because then I'll say something, and then they'll say something, and they'll start this whole thing or something, and it'll just be a whole thing. Well, we're doing it right now. Yeah, because it's gonna start it in here. I said, girl, I didn't, little do you know. But it's just, we don't have time for all of this back and forth, and when we or won't we, and then you start to talk about real educational stuff, and they switch the conversation to what you said on a live about a TV show that's not on anymore, and it's you get stuck in it.
You do, and I think there are just some people who that is what their whole brand, and that's all they have. That's what it's founded on, and that's what they do. And it's this crazy clout chase. And that word is, that term is overused a lot, but it really is like a troll clout chase, where if I can ignite this flame, twin always comes back to the twin flame, and I can start this fire, and I can draw these people out of the house to comment on it, then I'll grow, then I'll become relevant, then, and it's just,
next thing you know, they have a channel too, standing next to their partner saying that they don't beat them. And because then those people feel like I could get a channel as well.
Then
and
everyone's going to have channels.
Now start talking about this same stuff, and it's just hatred, breeding hatred.
And that was when it was like all going down with All About the Team. We were shouting out channels, and then we were just trying to support little creators, and then we were realizing, oh God, there's some people we're shouting out that maybe we should kind of roll it back on.
I won't be shouting out a damn person. I learned my lesson a long time ago. I won't be shouting out a damn person. I shout out me. I shout out Joleen. If I have not done a video with you and I'm working with you regularly, you won't be shouting out. I'll say, yeah, go subscribe and follow if you want to. And that's it. Because that's you have the power to choose. Outside of that, y'all do crazy stuff that I don't even be knowing about, and I don't realize it. And everything's not on up there. I will say shout out to my mama. Because when you were saying that earlier, I was thinking to myself, thank God my mama was a bitch to me. She's always been mean. She's always been rude. So no one can, when I think about my mother, the way that people want to overexert and overdo and over compliment, I'll be thinking to myself, my mama would never. Okay, real love looks like you're never gonna do it. You're never gonna make it. So y'all won't be able to fool me. Okay, because I could call my mom and say, "Oh, you still doing that video stuff?" And I feel right at home. I feel right at home.
Where Nana was like, "You can do it all. You're amazing." And I was like, "I am amazing." And then I had to go out into the world and realize, well, I'm okay. I mean, but I mean, there's a balance between the Nana and the busy mom. I think there's a balance.
Whoever's in the middle, we need you. Come to life.
But shout out to our moms. They're amazing.
Shout out
but
to our moms.
There is a new little theory floating around that maybe it's just my theory. I was hoping that maybe, there's all the drama going on with, people starting channels and look under your couch and all this stuff, and then friendships breaking up, and we're all scared. And what if it is the one person that was sending tamps and, packages, and then was on a hate train for a year of you're no good, you're no good, you're no good, Johnny, you're no good. And then was like, okay, I feel bad for you, so I'm coming back over. We're on a panel. This person was welcomed back in because they're thin. You know what I mean? And I think that is why, because he hates a bigger woman. So he's like, okay, you're thin, I'll forgive you. And then went up on panel. And what if from the inside, she has been taking him down every step of the way? Now that would be a good podcast. I'd stand that. I don't think that's what's happening. I think it's more of, I just really want to be accepted by you. Cult mentality. But if the new bestie, the skinny bestie, the bestie with the deer head on the wall, which is very Yellow Jackets. If the Yellow Jackets bestie, you can call her Yellow Jackets, even though that's a really good show. If the Yellow Jackets is really trying to take him down from the inside, now that would be a podcast. So if you're not doing that, I suggest you do that.
Yeah. Because
you're going to go down either way, because these are sinking ships.
Are they? I don't understand how some of these people make it out alive every single time.
I thought for sure the N-word thing would really be the nail in the
girl, they've been saying it to us for years. I know it wasn't going to stop anything. It was never going to stop anything on this platform. You can call me whatever you want to. And thank God I don't have tough skin. I do not. I bruise very easily, but what I am is extremely resilient. And I let every word get to me, but I don't let every word stop me. So, I mean, the person gonna say what they want to say when they want to say it, how they want to say it. They apologize and slap you all in the same sentence, and there's nothing you can do about it. That person drinking all of that and saying those words back to back, they'll be here for years. They'll be here for years.
I guess I had hope that would be the thing.
Society would do something about, they're gonna band together. When people are showing videos of actual deceased people on the internet and they still have millions of followers, you thought that somebody saying the N-word was about to, girl, they'll eat it up and subscribe more. How do I someone probably was like, where's the membership button now? Right after that, how do I become a member?
It's sad, but all those people stayed members, and I wonder, like, their justification, I think, for it is just, it's crazy.
The cultiness.
It's the culty. It's the twin flame that don't make. Did you already say this? Don't make your content creator your twin flame. Or you said they're not your twin flame.
They're not your twin flame. They are not your twin flame. When I get up on the screen, when Joleen gets up on the screen, this is not church. Okay, this is not. This is not a Bible study. We are not sitting here. I mean, sometimes you can be motivated by our words, but it's not a motivational session. This is not a date, okay? And if so, this is a very weird date, okay? We didn't meet you on Tinder, Grindr, Jacked. We didn't meet you on Plenty Fish.
What's Jacked?
Any of another gay app.
Oh God, I've never heard of that one.
We didn't meet you on any of those things, okay? You logged on in here and you saw us, and we're just talking, and you log off. The exception that you have with us is for you and you only. Okay, we're not a twin either. I still have not seen two flames. Every lighter I ever had came with one flame. So you need to leave this twin flame alone. Don't ask us if we should or shouldn't, because I will always tell you no.
Well, I still have my TJ Maxx. How much did I pay for this? $7.99 for spa day, worth every penny.
See, or you're gonna follow somebody who's making bead bracelets and lighting TJ Maxx in? Like this is you need to not be taking us this seriously.
I'm an influencer. I would like to be a TJ Maxx influencer, but yeah, I had no idea what jacked was. Is it like jacked?
No, jacked, no E, but like jacked off, jack, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just quit. I mean, I feel like, we're preaching to people that already know.
Are we?
If you listen to us, I mean, we do probably have some people, like they say, the new sayings that are annoying is in the bushes. It's played out. It's like, come out of the bushes and like the video. It's like, I'm not in the bushes. I'm in the swamp. I am drowning in this bullshit, and I feel ashamed about it and horrible that I'm watching you. I want to keep myself underwater. I can't tell my husband that I'm watching this bullshit. So no, I'm not coming out of the swamp. I am buried freaking eyebrow deep in this crap, and I'm ashamed. There's a certain part of me that still is ashamed. There was a part of me that was ashamed for a long time that we were even associated with any of this, especially
I'm ashamed to be associated with it. Yes.
Yes. And also that, like, some of the people that came after us, I was just ashamed to. I just was a whole shame thing. It was, It freaked. It was, I didn't like it. I still don't. But there is the psychology of it, the investigative journalist in me is like, and I actually did go to school for journalism. If people are going to do there's videos now checking people's degrees and stuff.
I saw that one.
I don't watch those videos because that creator decided to be very dirty and go to my stalker and leave libelous. Anyways, so no, not going to. When I was always just, hey, guess what? They're going to screw you over. They're going to screw you over. And guess what? They threw her under the bus, and they rolled the bus over. The one person, she popped into the road. We're like, who is this smart young woman? Who is this smart young beautiful woman? She shouldn't be on that panel with those people. And then we just warned her. And then
that still was epic to me. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh,
one of my favorite moments on YouTube.
That was today. And then they threw her under the bus. And I don't remember. We're so far into it. I don't remember what was the reason? What was the reason?
Oh, because I was called the N-word.
No, but what did she get thrown under the bus for? She knew something about. She messaged something or someone.
Girl, something. At that point, it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
But I didn't realize that she had left a comment on our stalker's channel saying, when he was making slanderous videos about me being racist, saying, yes, Joleen did similar things to me. And I'm like, what did I ever do to you? Like, I made you an attack dog or something? Like, no, I'm saying you are aligning with the wrong people. You're too smart for this. They'll shit on you just like we saw them do. Mm-hmm. Like, and
at that moment, they don't feel like they're doing the wrong thing, though.
It's ego.
And how dare you say I'm smart enough?
Well, it's ego because she obviously got hurt that I had an opinion on that. But it came from a place of, I just thought you were too good to hang out with those people, honestly. And if you want to do your investigative reporting, we just do parodies, then you're probably going to want to look to that person you're on the panel with, and you're not going to be able to investigate as thoroughly because now you're playing on their team. So that was weird. So to see that comment that person went to, I was like, wow.
I'm never shocked at comments. One, because you always have to remind me, Busy, that's someone who follows us. That's one of your moms. Like, I can't remember a soul. So I don't think about, people are going to do what they do and how they feel on this platform when they do it. I have no allegiance or alliance to anyone. I'm like, wow, this person says such and such. And you're like, Busy, that's someone who supports you. Really? Yes. You need to learn who. I don't get shocked at anything now. Someone's like, oh no, Busy did this, Busy did that, Busy did that. And even me, I'm reading the comments like, wow, did he? Because that's not me. That's not me. And people are going to make up several different Busies, several different Joleens, and they don't want you to question their actions. They don't want you to question their wrongdoings, because I don't want you to question mine. Yes, I am over here watching. I'm never in the bushes and I'm never ashamed. Now, I may not comment, but it doesn't make it easy. I'm not ashamed of being over here and watching this mess. I'm here with the rest of us, okay? I'm looking
I
at
am
the
not
comments.
ashamed until it gets so gross. Until it gets, and I'm not talking snot gross because I'm okay. Mouth foam, I just look the other way. But when it gets personal, dirty, like so personal to the point of like the things we mentioned, then I'm just like, ugh, and explaining it. We've always talked about to other people, and they're like, "What the fuck are you watching?" But if you look now, I'll get suggested videos to me. There are every level of YouTube has this drama in it, no matter what they're covering.
They have it down to the book reading groups. Anybody who's the people who are looking at
what are they fighting about?
Backpacks. So Tater Babe was telling me that the book reviewers. So the people was like, "Oh, what you shouldn't do is." The people who write the books are now coming at the people who are reviewing the books and saying that you shouldn't be saying stuff like this. So now the people who write the books are arguing with the people who review the books. I heard that the people are arguing all the way down to Pokemon Go. Every person has drama. Every person has drama. Whether you eating food but you're not doing enough of the food, every person is
booktube drama.
Girl, I'm telling you, we were not exempt. It's everybody is arguing with everybody. I remember hearing about those makeup people's arguments or who had hair in their palettes or who didn't have palettes. And I was thinking that's a lot of deliveries, but then I didn't know that it was called a makeup palette and not like a delivery palette. So it was like, you gonna hear about it. We are not exempt. They are arguing about cups. They're arguing about apps. Whose video is better than this person's green screen is better than this person green screen. Everybody is arguing down to this app.
Oh my God, BookTube. Well, my thing is, I have a question about BookTube. So I know a lot of people, cover books and stuff. I know you and So Deb cover book and stuff. But can it be a copyright issue if you read the book?
So yes, it can. Yes, it can. But you would have to want to go into that. I don't know how many people are going into that lane now. I think it will start to happen more and more because they have audiobooks.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit. Now I remember.
You reading a book is like the audio book. So you have to, there's a thin line. I think right now it's free range. Nothing is a problem until a precedent is set and then it becomes an issue. But I think right now, no one cares about it. Your intellectual property is yours. So when you're ready to sue, just be careful. But I think that some authors don't care as long as you're promoting and pushing. Like the book that we're reading, this person was like, "Look,
I saw that. That was so cool."
Yeah, so we're doing it the right way. I think I want to say shout out to Deb because Deb was like, "Let's not read the book. Let's just do a review of the book." Yeah, and we came to a compromise of like, let's meet in the middle because there are some parts of the book that are really good. Because we want to do it live and promote the book, and then there are parts that we just want to talk about. So you
gotta have the author on. Are you gonna have the author on?
I don't know if that's where I for what I see for my life. But right now,
what does that mean?
Because I got excited. I was just telling someone today. I was like, I got so excited when the author was like, "Oh my God, I love this thing," and I was thinking, this book is called "This Hoe Got Roaches in Her." Like this is what my life has come to.
But who cares? That's amazing. So, it's entertainment.
Guys, I have the author, big author selling New York Times bestseller here today. Everybody's been waiting for the author of My Side Baby Daddy Sleeping with Your Side Baby Daddy. The number one, This Hoe Got Roaches in Her Crib. And I was thinking, this what you're doing now, busy? This what you're doing now?
Well, I think that's just fine. I mean, I don't see the problem with what is it? This hoe got roaches.
This hoe got roaches in the crib.
And this hoe got roaches in the crib, and we're gonna make sweet, sweet love. I would add to that a tagline.
My side baby daddy is sleeping with her side baby daddy and is now pregnant by the mother.
And so it's just like fun fiction.
Is that what it's called? It's urban lit. And the catalog is huge.
I mean, of course, there's going to be, we have whole television shows about this kind of stuff and side baby daddies, and it feels very reality TV-esque,
It seems very Zeus Network-ish.
Because we heard wasn't it Nene dressed up like a roach exterminator,
That's
and
different.
Greg dressed up like a roach.
A water bug, and her having a water bug in her house is different than an infestation.
No, I get it, but I'm saying this stuff has been talked about on reality shows, so of course people are going to read about. Like, it doesn't seem crazy to me, I guess, because I've seen it, and I do agree with you. Her having, and if you live in areas like I live in the desert, and you will see those big like water bug, roach things anywhere by, you know, we have ponds by us and stuff, so we have to get sprayed so that they don't get in the house. So it's very different than the ones that cause the infestation. Remember that show with Jerry O'Connell? Was it Jerry O'Connell back in the day? And it was like Joe's apartment, and it was all about him living with roaches, and I could not watch it. It was on MTV, and it was, I think they made a movie out of it. It was freaking gross. Whose idea was that? Cockroaches are the scariest.
I don't know about Jerry O'Connell doing anything on MTV, and I'm sure I was not watching it.
This is where we differ. You weren't paying attention to Jerry O'Connell on freaking MTV. D. Marie says, I downloaded the 4 Agreements because of you guys. See, influencers.
Yes, and that's what I want to be known for.
The 4 Agreements?
Yeah, not... Oh my God. So I was watching my favorite YouTuber, and they talked about he busted wide open and let it out. I was like, wait, I don't want people to start going around being like, yes. Well, we didn't hear about this book. One of my favorite YouTubers.
Well, he went to Howard. He's just like so educated. He's gonna be a lawyer. But everyone's got it. That's the thing. You can't put labels on the shit we like, just as I'm saying I'm disgusted by stuff, but just because the behavior of people. But we can't say like this is below us, or because entertainment is entertainment. So
it's not below us. I've realized that this is where my life has come. And I'm like, okay, well, yes. Thank you so much, author.
But you know how we all think like we're more highbrow, like as comedians, you know, we think that too, like, oh, I want to be the highbrow, but then you end up just being what you are. And I'm definitely not a highbrow comedian or someone who's like an intellectual comedian. I remember on me and Chel's honeymoon, obviously we got married in Vegas, and Chel always has thought Medea was hilarious. So he loves the Medea movies. I never watched a Medea movie, and this is 2015. We're getting married. And on our honeymoon night, Medea was on, and he just turned on the TV. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're watching Medea. Like, that's silly. And then I had never watched it. And the minute she was like, hello. And now I've watched all the Medeas and the Medea Boo Halloween. That one's my favorite. And then Chell just watched a new Medea where apparently she gets in a fight with Rosa Parks or something. And it's so ridiculously funny, but Tyler Perry is a genius. And I apologize forever. I still don't like Larry the Cable Guy. I still think he's stupid, but I understand his brand. I understand what he's doing. But I feel like that's me just telling myself, oh no, I can't like that silliness. That's Medea. Medea's actually really funny.
If you say so.
I mean, not all the Medeas, but listen, you're reading this hoe has roaches.
Oh, now we can use it as an insult. Okay, here we go.
I thought this was like a safe space for me to share.
And it's not a safe space when you're saying that Medea is good. Okay, it's not. The
Halloween Medea is good.
And if you've gotten up to her boo Halloween, that lets me know you're not in your right mind.
Don't be a hater.
Joel said, Joleen, don't be a hater.
Oh God, see, that's what I'm talking about. Her even fighting with Rosa Parks is that, like, turn the TV off.
I didn't see this. This is a new one Chell told me about. Apparently it's new.
She died, but then she came back to life. She's in jail. She's not in jail. She don't know it. It's too much. Just stop.
I just saw him watching it, and there was a gentleman in the front yard who was on fire, and they didn't seem too concerned.
See, and here we are, Tyler Perry Studios.
Don't worry, Joleen. He talks about me watching Tyler Perry. I enjoy Tyler Perry.
Somebody has to. That's why they keep getting shows.
I enjoy Tyler. What is wrong with Tyler Perry? Why can't? Well, what don't you like about Tyler Perry? I guess I should say.
It is one. I think that the format it became too caricature. Like, it's what a black person's supposed to be like. I liked it. I did like the stage plays. That was old school to me. I love the churchiness about it. That's when I was reading. All of them did not transfer well to film. Some of his original films, like Why Did I Get Married? The Family That Prays, iconic. He did the damn thing. Great. But then it gets to this chicken circuit. I'm doing sisters, brothers, baby mothers, or now all the shows is called this. and it's this stereotypical extra over the top. It's just true. I can't take it serious when I'm watching shows that Shonda Rhimes creates. And then I turn on something with him, and it's called a drama, and he punches the person. I saw somebody spin around 3 times, and it fell on the ground. And this is supposed to be a drama series. There's no way. The caliber is just not the same.
What do they do? Can you do that again?
It's a drama series, and he gets punched in the face, and he turns. And I said, and y'all watch, this is a drama? This is not a drama.
I love silly, ridiculous. Like, I will laugh at the people falling down. There's a still that Judge Judy episode of that guy that says he fell in a hole, and really he just ran into a pole because he was drunk, and he hit that person's car. And he went up to their house, and then he tried to sue them after hitting their car. It's a whole Judge Judy thing that if I'm sad, Chelse's like, go watch your Judge Judy video, and then I will just watch it, and I will laugh at that shit. So I get that, but yeah, very different than Shonda Rhimes.
But it markets it as that, like a new drama series. But this is what then you have hello, this is not a drama. Like it's just not, like, none of this is it.
So maybe he just isn't marketing it like the crazy, silly sketch comedy it really is. Comedy.
He has a niche audience, and I know the girls hate it. He has a niche audience. There's a certain population.
My husband is a part of it. So
for sure. There's a certain market who they like Tyler Perry's stuff. They always will like Tyler Perry stuff. And even if they don't like Tyler Perry stuff, they can't stop watching the Tyler Perry stuff. And then there's some audience, he's ostracized some of them, and they'll never come back.
Jillian says, why is Tyler the only one in his movies with
girl, barely? You saw me. Why Did I Get Married? Some of these films, what was that film? He was the detective and he tried to be what 007, James Bond. Girl, that wig was a mess. It was a no for me. Don't pick it out. The wigs are bad. He doesn't treat African American talent like you should. He has this big studio, started from the bottom. Now he here. And then he has these actresses come in, and y'all got to do your own hearing. Y'all got to do y'all da. Don't treat them no differently than any of these other people. These people be coming on here looking more homeless than they were if they are homeless because they're in his film, and it shouldn't be like that. I just cannot. All the sets look the same. Or the writing be the same. At one point, he said he didn't even have a writer's room, so he's not giving jobs to African American people. You writing the whole series of sisters? Give me a break, but you're a straight man with a baby. I just can't do it.
Okay, so Debonair is just blowing up the chat. I love. He says, "If you're watching Zeus Network, you are not above Tyler Perry."
Yeah, but I'm watching real ratchet people do real ratchet things, not somebody write caricatures or promoting this on major platforms. Tyler Perry will take regular ghetto people's lives and then put it in white people's face so that they could continue to perpetuate. This is how I see what you're saying,
and that is the similar, or it's a conversation that. Do you remember when Dave Chappelle left the air from the Chappelle show and he walked away from all that money? It was a conversation he had to have with himself. Like, are people laughing for the right reasons? And he felt as though maybe he was doing a disservice with but I feel like Dave Chappelle's message is very different from the way it was delivered on that show. But I imagine that would have been very difficult for him to wonder if he was adding to, just like you're saying, the creating problematic
Tyler Perry don't care. He said
stereotypes
he for it.
That already
That's what he wanted the money for. And Dave Chappelle, somewhere in there was a contest, and it was like, I am not helping. And he's a brilliant man. Now he goes off to handle something, but he's a brilliant man. Tyler Perry said, "Look, I'm getting money for it." And
I didn't know he didn't have writers.
No, he don't have no writers, and he writes it all himself. Okay, none of these girls want to work these days, so he writes these things himself. And how you got a whole show called Sisters, and you write it? That's why the wigs look bad, because there's no producer. It's a show called Sisters.
Is it new?
He has no writers. No, it's on BET. I think it's been out for about 2-3 seasons. I ain't never watched it. No, Sisters.
Sisters, BET. Okay. And you're right. Season 4.
See? And I think someone told me that he just started allowing other people to write with him.
Oh goodness.
But you got a whole show called Sisters, and what's going on? Where are the writers? You're not even giving jobs.
That sucks. I did not know that. And as a comedian and writer myself, that sucks that you're not providing, that you do have this big, you know, studio and all these big opportunities that you could be giving people. And how, yeah. And if you're writing about women, and I get it. I mean, one of my favorite series was written by now what we've learned to be a problematic dude, Joss Whedon in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but he had so many great women writers, but a lot of men too. But it wasn't just him, but had it just been Joss. I mean, but then there's the creator of Euphoria, that guy. But I think he has writers. I guarantee he has. I guarantee they have a writer's room. But they have a staff of writers. But yeah, but basically he is writing the life of Zendaya's character Rue off of his experiences with addiction. But he's, you know, he got there. It's a lot of nepotism because his dad, I think, was somebody, but I do like Euphoria. There's like definite gaps in season 2. And I don't think you watch it, right? But it is always interesting when, I mean, you can write characters if you're not the same gender as that character, you can. But it's interesting that you wouldn't want, if he doesn't have any women, if he's writing about Black women, he doesn't have any Black women on staff to write from that perspective. I would as a creator, if I create a show like that, want people,
someone at least advising, doing something. Yeah. And the problem is, it's even what makes it worse to me is that then it's poor quality and the content it's amplified, or it's pushed to this negative hood level. And it's like, we don't need any more of that. And you're not even right. You're not even a woman. Like, I just can't. I'm okay with Shonda Rhimes going to the table and reading the script and saying, I don't like what I came up with, so I'm gonna rewrite this. But not me, just all of this is perfect. Every time it's perfect. And I'm just going to go. You don't need to worry about who's going to do what, because it's all on your lot, on your set, with your money. And then you just produce this trash. And no one's watching. He has it on networks that the only people that are watching those channels are watching these same shows. So they're not going to get bought out or beat out by another show, because these are the only chicken circus shows. Okay. Medea does this. The family does this. The crackheads doing this. Sisters, brothers, uncles. These are the only shows on these networks. And they're not gonna watch this show. They're gonna watch the next show or the other show. Some people say, I don't like brothers, but I like sisters, and I don't like White House. All of these are the same shows and the same actors and the same set. That's the White House right beside hiding them on Sisters. This is all the same stuff.
So Debonair says he plays Medea daily. He knows about women. Okay. You know, did you watch Shonda Rhimes' show about Anna Delvey?
Did I? I love it. I loved it. I loved it. Everything about it was good. I think I went down a rabbit hole, because then I fell in love with making fun of the friend who got the cops called on her. And I'm guilty. I love the drama. I am also guilty, y'all, of going to that girl's Instagram.
You did not.
Girl, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I went to the Instagram. Okay. And I also let her know, clout chase her. I was done with her. I sure did.
Oh my!
I didn't trust the friend. Now, she was out of a lot of money. But I watched interviews of her. I watched her do her own documentaries and stuff like that. And I was thinking to myself, you nasty. I something about it ain't trustworthy.
I was getting into it too, or I followed Nev, the friend. Is her name Nev?
Yeah, Nev. Yeah.
Because I really loved the character on the show. I love the actress that played her, and and then I kind of wanted to see what the real version of Nev was like. So I went Nev. Is it Nev or Nev? Nev. So I went and I followed her, but then I was getting pops up constantly for this stuff, not because of her, but just because it was in my algorithm. So now I was like, I'm just gonna unfollow.
Why? I dove into every single I watched one on HBO Max, on Netflix. I saw it on CNN. I watched every single thing. The trainer, I fell in love with her. I fell in love with the real one. Someone actually had an interview with her. It was a smaller content creator, and the interview was so amazing. And they even asked the question of how you felt about a transgender woman playing you. And so I never even thought about that. Like, Shonda came to her and said, "This is who I'm thinking." And she's like, well, as long as they can get the essence of me, I'm fine. It don't matter what spirit or body they came in. As long as they can showcase me on the screen, that's okay with me. And they did. And they did.
Oh, she did a fantastic job, and she's a fantastic actress that we were introduced to, I think, for the first time with Orange Is the New Black, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, and I'm pausing. I'm looking up right now. I'm pausing on her name, but why am I pausing on everybody's name right now? Okay. So, but yeah, the actress who plays the trainer, being a trans woman, yeah, that doesn't. What would that? I don't know. I guess that it's interesting that you'd have to ask someone if that was okay.
How did you feel about? Well, they put it under the guise that the people may have thought that you were trans.
Oh, okay. All right.
And she was like, I never even thought that. I didn't even understand that people would even think that.
I wouldn't be worried about that.
Because yes, they do. So a lot of the stuff is written from the side of the girl who got swindled and was using her company credit card.
She worked for did she work for Vanity? No, who did she work for? She worked for one of those.
I think it was Vanity Fair, right?
Vanity Fair. Yeah, I had so many nerves around her, but the show basically, Shonda's show at least, makes you feel as though you're kind of cheering for Anna.
Still am.
You know, she is the protagonist, so you're just like, go Anna, but you do see the problematic nature. But then you do, when it's explained by Neff that this woman's kind of like a clout chaser in her opinion, which you see a lot of those, but that still doesn't mean you deserve to be swindled out of that much money. But also, if you go on a trip, how do you think you're gonna? I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic. But you said there's one on. You're talking about HBO Max.
Well, so it's not a full documentary. It's something about people who get over on people. I can't remember what it was a series about people who steal.
Oh, okay.
I loved Anna Delvey because look, let me tell you something. Y'all was charging $35 for an overdraft fee. Anna, get all the money you can from those banks. Do whatever you need to do. Fool them and trick them. They so easily to catch you with a piece of gum overdrafting with a piece of gum. Oh, so they pay for this building and steal this.
Oh my God.
And pay for that and do
the fact that she was able to get as far as she was like, this 60 million is coming. So I've been practicing my Anna Delphi. So she's like, that's the Anna Delphi Foundation. Why do you wear that? Why are you fat? The Anna Delphi Foundation. That's how I get into my Anna, because I wanted to start doing like little impersonations of Anna Delphi. But she's such a fun, she's like, my dad is, or no, wait, the Anna Delphi Foundation. My dad is 60.
You sound really good.
$60 million. So why do I care what these people think of me, Anna Delphi? I am somebody. So I've been practicing my Anna Delphi because I just watched the Australian. It's so funny. You fall into a hole. I fall into a hole for it. An Australian, like 60 Minutes or whatever, their version where they were interviewing Anna, now finding out she's going to be deported. This is before she found out. And she was very like, you know, she was just the same way she was portrayed in Shonda Rhimes' show. You know, she's just like, I'm Anna Delphi. The Anna Delphi Foundation, why would they give me money? That's on them. You look poor. Anna Delphi. I never told people I had that money coming in. I can't make people think that. That's ridiculous. I'm Anna Delphi. So that
was a great job. You did a great job. I want to say a 10 out of 10.
Oh my God, busy.
Yeah, that was great.
No critique. I love it.
That was 10 out of 10. It was awesome. It was the best.
But I like Anna. For that time, though, it's the Paris Hilton, the Lindsay Lohan. It's that mentality of, you know, being important and being someone. And then you have the people that are going to fake it till they make it. And that was Anna Delphi. My dad has $60 million coming to me, and it'll get here soon, but you have to stay in Morocco and you might have to put it on your credit card. What is so hard about that? Are you poor? Are you fat? I'm Anna Delphi.
Everybody was needing everyone, but she was the only. And the thing is, y'all lying if this hasn't happened to y'all in y'all real life. Everybody got that friend. It just everybody does. That you just have that one person around you where it's like, well, you know who not gonna, or they're not pulling out the card, you know. And then y'all be like, did they pay? Did they pay? They went out with you too? Did they? And y'all all start to realize one of these hoes don't got money and sleeping in their car. Okay, it just don't make no sense. But we all got that, and I just felt like it was a person who was on the come up, trying their best to make it and trying to get as far as they can. And from what I could see, it was only one black person that she screwed over, and that was just by staying in the lobby. Outside of that, she was messing with her own, and y'all was believing her. and a couple grand here, a couple thousand here, a couple million here. Sorry. Okay, so sorry, but let her go. She ain't do nothing to y'all. Nobody gave the money. The people who did get the money, just make sure y'all get it back. Give her a fine and send her right back home. She ain't do no crime. I don't think she did a crime. The only thing that was a crime was y'all believing this little girl and dressed like that.
She's just, yeah, she's like, I don't have time for this and I don't have time for you. I'm Anna Delphi. I'm not going in the courtroom until I have a nice outfit to wear. Looks like it's from the fucking Limited and I'm not going to wear it. I loved everything about that show. It was so good. But I do understand that she has no remorse. So, and I get that she's a total narcissist, but.
Or a sociopath?
She might be a narcissist. I don't know. We're not clinical, but someone could hook us up and let us know. But I think that that's probably what they're looking at a lot too, is then she's back out in the world. She's like, who's going to give me money next? Anna Delphi needs an Anna. Because there's no way she's going to give up the Anna Delphi Foundation. This is not going to happen. At all. She was hell-bent and she didn't want that lawyer to even bring up that she was so far from it. And that's the only defense that would really save her, you know. And the fact that she turned it into like a fashion show, her courtroom appearances, and, you know, she was just like an average looking chick like the rest of us. There was no like supermodel tendency. She did it. Okay.
And I
the vegan scammer. Oh my God, I watched that. Did you watch that, Busy?
No, don't say anything about it.
It's so
good.
Is
it really good? Because the title doesn't catch me.
There's only a couple episodes. It's good. It's good. It's a scam. It all harkens back to YouTube. I feel like people on YouTube would get stuck. Okay. She's like someone on YouTube that would get, well, actually, no, there's other reasons.
They need a better title.
What is it? Bad Vegan or, well, I got to look it up now because I forgot.
Isn't it?
But I
think it's called Bad Vegan. Yeah. And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, these people came out of the pandemic. They were eating meat or someone was lying about what food. And it just didn't. I don't want to watch that. I already saw that food that stopped making me eat McDonald's. I don't want to watch any more food things.
No, this went down. This was way pre-pandemic. So this is something that I had heard about years and years ago, maybe like 2011 or 2012. And they just made it into a documentary. So I'm not giving anything away, but this woman was, she created the Pure Food restaurant. It was this like,
Pure
brand Pure. Yeah. So it was like the raw food movement. So she had come out of like culinary school and she comes from money herself and she was going to head down the route of like Wall Street maybe, but that didn't, she was always interested in food and cuisine. And so she partnered up with another guy who was a big deal in the food, like a chef in New York. And after she finished culinary school and then she thought, you know, she was a very attractive lady, like thin, young. And, so she kind of like maybe mentored with him or whatever. I don't want to say mentees. You know, she was under his advisement. They ended up being in a relationship. And so they started this restaurant together and it became a hit. Like it became that it restaurant in New York for you to go to for this raw food movement for vegans. Alec Baldwin, pretty soon celebrities are tweeting about it as Twitter's hitting, this is hitting. So, and it just became this great thing. And then begins the downfall of it, and you'll see how she went from this to ultimately, you know, law enforcement on the run. So it is very, very interesting. Joleen, did you hear that Bad Vegan lady used to date Louis C.K. and he gave her an STD? That doesn't surprise me. I'll tell you that.
Who is Louis C.K.? Who's that?
He is a comedian. He has his own show, Louis. And then he had another show that was on FX, but he had a show before on HBO. He's a redhead, got freckles, older guy. He was like the dude for a while. And then it came out that he enjoyed masturbating in front of women, like basically shutting the door and like blocking the door and masturbating in front of them. Or they would be on the phone and he would jack off while they're on the phone. So non-consensual, making him watch just perverted shit, right?
Okay. Granted, what's the problem with that? But it was non-consensual.
Yeah, they canceled him for like a second, and then they were like, "Yeah, let's let him back in." And so yeah, so he's back and everything, but he was the comic for a while. He had been doing it for years, written for so many people, and then he got the shine on him, and was known as this like a really good joke writer.
Yeah.
But of course, let's never meet your heroes, because half these dudes are preverts. These comedian dudes are just.
It kind of sucks if you're out here and your thing is masturbating, but you have
it does, right? And then it does suck because and Dave Chappelle even mentioned Louis C.K. because they're friends in his special, and Dave Chappelle does a bit about, do you realize you can hang up the phone? You realize you can, which is funny by, just it's a funny idea. However, if you don't understand the power dynamic of you being a female, and a female in comedy is you're in the minority and you're mostly surrounded by guys, and a lot of these guys tend to be quite predatory, and it can be terrifying. When you're born as a woman, you're kind of your whole life just like, are you gonna get me, or are you gonna get me? It's a little dramatic, but I mean, we got Datelines and 48 Hours and all the shows to back us up that people like killing us and hurting us. That's just, unfortunately, that's the world we live in. And it's very profitable for these. There was a woman, and she's a really funny comedian, and she was doing a bit on late night TV about how this, like, the killing of women is so profitable, with these new, murder. We wouldn't have murder podcasts. We wouldn't have this murder stuff. You couldn't be a murderino without us ladies giving our lives, because it's mostly women that get. Anyways, so Dave Chappelle is like, hang up the phone. But then when you're in these situations, I've been in situations with problematic headliner dudes, like on the road with them. And I've been scared. And your reaction of when you're scared, sometimes it's not always just fight or flight and you're going to pick one. Sometimes you're going to freeze. Sometimes you're going to go, is this really happening? There's a lot of, it's always easy for people to go, oh, wouldn't you just hang up, or wouldn't you just kind of push him out of the way? If some guy pulls his dick out at you and he is at a higher level than you on the comedy scene, and you don't expect the dick to be pulled out, so you're standing there like, when did the dick part get going? And then people say, well, why'd you go back to his room? Because we hang out as comics. That's what we do after shows. We hang out, we talk. And if someone, it's all about like socializing, and that's how you move up, and people liking you, they bring people on. You see tons of comedians that are very big and they only work with, Amy Schumer's one of them. She employs all her friends, and that's what she wanted. And it's awesome. And Adam Sandler, he's another one. Adam Sandler, yes. He did stand up, but, he brings all his friends. So you have to, there's a social aspect. It's like your coworkers. You don't, if your coworker's like, hey, want to go to happy hour, or, someone who's like your manager, and you're like, okay, and they pull their dick out, you're going to be like, well, I didn't expect the dick to come out. I just expect us to like talk about work or something. So I hate these points of these women where they're like, or of these people against these women. Like, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you walk away? Because it's the whole thing. It's like the, what was her name with Bill Clinton when he was pulling out his dick in front of women, his crooked dick. What was her name?
Monica
the original. Lewinsky? No, it was before Monica. It was the lady that had the nose job, and she. Oh, I just watched the Monica Lewinsky thing. Put it in the chat, you guys, then I'll remember, because it'll be right there. The answer will be there. That's how I'll remember. You guys will give me the answer. Okay. I keep wanting to say Sarah Paulson, but she was in the show that Ryan Murphy created about the Monica Lewinsky thing. But anyways, so this woman, she was Paula Jones. Paula Jones. This is an old story. She was working in Arkansas at the time. Bill Clinton was the governor of Arkansas, and they were at some kind of work thing, or I don't know. And he said, oh, call Paula Jones up. They did a lot of work out of a hotel room. She went up there and he pulled his dick out and started doing stuff. And she was like, ah, and he wanted her to touch it. And she was like, I don't want to touch it. And then she laughed. And then later she like told her husband, who was a real cuckoo pants. And then they got involved with some attorney, and then she had to do a press conference. And it was just the president. Then he became the president, and then the Monica Lewinsky stuff came out. Bill Clinton is a perv. He's a huge pervert. He's disgusting, but people want to, think he's some kind of, I don't know. He's a fucking pervert. So they roasted Paula Jones. They were like, she's doing this for money. She's doing this for clout. She's doing this. And her husband was weird. But most women would rather we never see your unsolicited dick. Who wants to be, they drug her like they do women when you come forward, where they're like, well, how many? Well, she had sex with 4 people, so she probably wanted the dick because she's a slut. They slut shame, they pull up your past. That's what they did to Paula Jones. She just wanted an apology from this dude, but he's currently going to be running for president, or at the time he's going to be running for president. So they couldn't, because there's a whole story, because the dude that was supposed to run for the Democratic seat when Bill Clinton, before him, was another prevert. And they caught him like cheating or something. I don't know if he was like that, but he was like, so then they couldn't have him up. So then they pull Bill Clinton. Are you good? He's like, I'm good. I will never, this is trying to do Bill Clinton. Like, That's not Obama. Had sexual relations. I don't know. Bill Clinton's so old. I can't remember, but ageism. So I'm just kidding. But so but he is old. He's fucking old. Okay, do you know Maury Povich is 80? I digress, but he's 80. That's crazy to me. But Maury Povich,
I say pull it out, watch, and then sue. That's my thing. Oh, but this is what we're doing right now?
Drag these women, so these guys, the question isn't why didn't she leave? Why didn't she hang up the phone? The question is, why did you pull out your dick? If we're coworkers, if we're chill, there's no reason. Don't even ask me if you can pull out your dick. Because I guarantee it's a no. And if I freeze up, it's not because I'm thinking about it. It's because I'm like, I never thought I'd be in this situation where I have to tell someone. And if someone's at a higher power than me, there's the power dynamic. I have to tell you, I don't want to see your dick. Am I going to lose my job? Are they going to hold this against me? I mean, it's just insane.
And so what we have learned is that what you do, because we're going to close this out. You take out your phone and you record the incident by pointing your camera down to the carpet. Everyone will believe you. You get on live, you show carpet videos of what's going on, and then case closed.
Case closed. And you say they have guns under their cushions, and there's some kind of...
Clearly, you could say that they had everything. That thing that they pulled out was a gun. It was a weapon.
Be like, their name is Terry Soprano, and that is how we're doing it now, and good luck. That's what you got to do. I'm scared. You delete your social media. You find the nearest crackhead and you say, can we talk? Yeah. I know you have a long history of being an upright citizen, when you're not falling down drunk, and let's do this.
Let's do this. And this is how you win a case. Shout out to Sheree Whitfield. Win a case.
You don't know who Paula Jones is.
I do not know who Paula Jones is. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I know Anita Hill, and Clarence is still one of y'all Supreme Court justices.
What is going on with his wife's text messages and the insurrection? What in the insurrection?
It seems like it all makes sense. And y'all know who's to blame for this? Y'all President Joe Biden.
Biden.
Who also was trashing Anita Hill. Let's get off of this TV. I mean, let's get off of this.
Joe Biden could have easily done something for that. He did not. It's okay. Okay. So there we go. You got 2 hours. This is a short Sip and Key with Busy and Jolene. We said we were going to keep it to an hour, but we just can't stop talking to you guys. We love you. So make sure you subscribe, you guys. Share it out. We have a goal of what are we saying? We're getting to 1K. The walk to 1K or the run. Let's run to 1K.
Yeah.
The journey to 1K. What did I put on Twitter? It sounded better.
Let's sleep to it. Do whatever you need to do. However will you help us get there? Everybody plays a role.
Like a cult. So you guys are our cult members. So please, our no cult members. So please, Blowjos, share this out. Tell your friends. I know some of you are like, we got some good tip that we need to put it in our regular YouTube channels, our channel. Because some people don't even know we have a separate channel. So they're like, when are you coming back? And we're like, oh, we have a channel, but we haven't been promoting it. So
that's true.
Sorry, guys. But we do want to get to the 1K. Thank you for those of you. Some of you did send me last week some money, and I got to send that over to Busy. I haven't even touched it, but they sent it to my Cash App stuff. So, but we do have this one below if you want to support us, Venmo, Cash App, because we can't monetize till we're over 1,000 subs. So you feel free to send it there, and we split all of our super chats because I think we got like
counted $7 so far.
We did. That's amazing. Oh my God, that's $3.50 each.
Boom.
Boom. That's half a tank of gas. Fudge.
Soon we can get one of our glasses.
Yeah, let's save up and buy one of our glasses. All right. Why are you making me run the board? That's you. You're in the driver's seat.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna play this thing, even though it shows your thing. Can we change these things?
I can't. You want that audio, but the audio's gone now. And I don't know. I guess I could download it, pull the audio out.
Yes.
Oh,
you're
so
a smart young lady. See y'all later. Bye.
Bye.